I bet you knew what I was checking for.
Hello and welcome to this very special stream that we're doing today. It's early here in the UK, and the reason I'm starting so early is because I'm going to attempt to leave the old Eurofly version, because hopefully a beta one will be coming out for the new one soon, by doing a across the pond flight between London Heathrow and Toronto, Canada. So we're going to be crossing the pond, the Atlantic Ocean, for a lot of the flight, and we're going to do it in a 777. This will be the third time I've crossed the Atlantic Ocean on Eurofly in real time. I've done this flight 2 or 3 times before. I think probably twice. The first time I did it, we flew to New York, and it's definitely something interesting. It's always great when you manage to land and you've crossed the whole of the Atlantic Ocean. Marshall is here as usual, and
yeah, I might not be here all day. I might just put the call on mute and go ahead and do my own thing once we're in cruise and I'm able to move.
Well, I was going to say I'll talk when I've got the link posted on stuff, but you know, this is going to be a 7-hour flight probably, so I'm not necessarily going to be talking throughout the whole thing, because that will just be too much, and I will just run out of things to say. So we'll just you know, do the departure, get up, and then we'll get some music on. I can play the no copyright sounds music, and hopefully I'll find some other game that I can play or something during the flight, and we'll just take it from there, really. So I'm just going to get this posted on social media places where it usually goes, and we will get moving.
Hopefully we don't get on aboard to Takeoff.
Yeah, hopefully everything goes well.
You are live.
Good. Right, let's paste the link in here, shall we? There it goes. Tweet that.
Live chat is open.
I'm not expecting many people to be watching, to be honest, at the minute, just because it's probably middle of the night in America and it's too late in places like, you know, Australia, so it's only really Europe that's awake. Right, let's get that link pasted in there as well, and that is sorted. So yeah, in a minute I'll just explain a bit more about this, and then I'll launch up Eurofly. Well, it's already launched, it's just on pause at the moment, sat at Heathrow, and then we'll start configuring the plane and getting people on board. I've said to Marshall I want to be out of here probably by, I don't know, 20 to 10 this morning at the latest my time. It's currently 7 minutes past 9. If we can get out of here, you know, the sooner the better, because if we end up with some headwinds or something, I would prefer to not have to deal with those, because that can usually extend the flight time. It says that, well, the actual predicted flight time is 6 hours and 3 minutes, but I don't really trust that. That's in a perfect day with full speed and everything, so I would imagine it would be close to 7 hours.
Yeah, and if we're not off by 22.
Yeah, well, we'll get off at whatever time we get off, but I'm trying not to turbo. I don't want to have to turbo because it's not real world and I don't want to do it, but if it gets to like 3 PM my time and we're still not around there, you know, at least an hour away, then I'll have to just turbo it a bit and get a bit closer, because that's really the only way. So grab some headphones and, well, we'll get everyone aboard soon.
Hopefully your lodgy rubbish doesn't fail.
Yeah, there's always the microphone thing, and on a 7-hour stream there's lots of potential for it to fail. So I'll do my best, and hopefully it won't. Right, let's start preparing, shall we, for this flight. So what do we need to do? So get these headphones on.
I'll just put in the live chat where we're actually going.
Oh yeah.
Eurofly, type profile, Eurofly, row 1 column, Eurofly.
Right, Eurofly can be unpaused. I'm going to get rid of NVDA for now because we don't need it. I will switch it back on soon. Right, let's do the frequency for the ground. So 129, oh 9.4.
129.674.
Squawk 2674. Perfect.
Identification confirmed.
Alright, seatbelt signs can go on. Now we just need to work out the fuel.
Done.
So I'm going to go and set the
Africa.
destination here.
North America.
We want Canada,
Ottawa,
Toronto.
Destination set.
And you can see Toronto is 5,723 kilometres.
HR 1 minute.
Oh, 6 hours and 1 minute now apparently. Anyway, so 6 hours is the estimated flight time pretty much. We need to load in enough fuel. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to load in 20,000 first.
0.
There we go.
20,100.
20,100 is now in there. Now I'm going to check. Let me have a look.
The brake flaps are retracted. Landing. The belt is. The door. Current range. 5,500.
Predictive text.
The current range.
Current range 5,582. Right, so we're going to need a bit more because we have
5,000.
yeah 5,700. So I'm going to just let's add a bit more fuel. Let's add another 10,000 because you know we need
0.
reserves,
Zero.
and I don't want to be across the Atlantic when the engines
30,000.
decide they're not going to
Airport
work
pilot.
anymore. So we'll just make sure that that's not going to happen.
Current range. 8,360.
That'll do. 8,300 and yeah kilometers. So we're going to leave here with 30,100 in the fuel. I would say we'll arrive with about 10,000 fuel left, roughly. You know, take or add a couple of thousand. So we'll definitely be alright for fuel. Right, so that is now all sorted. And I'm just going to review the flight plan now. So as we can see, if we go into the aircraft properties, it should give me like a little
Free flight.
flight plan.
Let's
have a look.
Transponder. Frequency. UK England.
Right, so we're going to obviously depart, heading over the UK.
UK Wales.
Then we'll be heading over Wales.
Irish Sea and St George's Channel.
Then it looks like we're going to be going over the Channel,
Ireland.
into Ireland,
North Atlantic Ocean.
then over into the North Atlantic,
Labrador Sea.
and then we hit the Labrador Sea. As soon as we hit the Labrador Sea, that's pretty near to Canada. And then we hit Canada. And that's it. So it's a very simple flight plan and a route that I've flown before. We're just going over the UK, into Wales, then the Channel, into Ireland, and then across the Atlantic to Labrador and Canada. And when I've been going to New York in the past, all we've done is carried on past Canada, through Canada and through to the US, and that's how that's worked. So that is the flight plan and what we're going to be doing.
Cruise altitude?
I honestly do not know the cruise altitude because they won't give me one, will they? They'll vector me up and down. I'd say, let me have a look. So this aircraft has a maximum altitude of what?
Free flight. Maximum airspeed.
Maximum altitude is what we want.
13,100.
13,100. So we can go as high as we want to, really. I would say we can probably cruise at about 12,000 or something, or higher. You know, that's probably a good altitude. 12,500 maybe, something like that.
I don't know what was wrong with my Microsoft Cessna, but it's flying the 7-3.
Okay. Right, we've got some winds and things going on now.
I'll either land it in Toronto or I'll land it like in Oshkosh.
Right, so what we're going to do now then is
Big stuff.
0.
we're just going to get rid of that very loud weather.
Slightly.
Oh no, it's gone on its own. Right, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. No, there's not right now, so I'm going to open the doors. and we will board the passengers. They can start making their way onto the aircraft and settle in for this very long flight.
You there?
I'm there yet. You're a bit quiet, I can't really hear you because we've got all the noises of the
I
passengers.
said hopefully we've not got any hackers on board.
Yes, yes, hopefully nobody's going to try and take control today. Right, we've got the passengers on board, we've got lots of planes and things nearby. Just making things loud. Let's close the doors. We can see how many passengers we've got. Number of passengers. 361 passengers, that's nice. The number of seats is 441, so we're not quite full, but we've got a good amount. We have flight attendants on board. What is the flight attendant we have today? Oh, no, that's the tower. Oh, Natalie is our flight attendant. And so what we're going to do now is start up our engines. Left engine, right engine can come on.
Ready.
Both are ready.
We've got a 5-minute safety video to watch.
Yes, we do.
100.
We're going to have to watch a safety video. Of course. Which we'll pay careful attention to. Right.
I need to know how to get out of this thing if anything to go wrong.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear the safety video. I edited the stewardess files in Eurofly and added safety videos into them as well, so that yeah, we will have safety information as we taxi. I'm just trying to get the stream back up on my phone because it's just being very slow and not
Well, it better
working.
work. Still working.
Oh well, listen, it's still working. Come on, YouTube. There we go. It's back. That's better. Right. So now we need to just get takeoff clearance. As always. Okay. I would just keep pressing it, but I want to make this as realistic as possible, so I'm not just going to keep doing it yet. You can hear the passengers moving in the background. We'll taxi slowly out to the runway so that we can hear the safety video. We can't really take off until we've got past the safety video.
Flight level 230, Shamrock 168 Echo.
Summer 26 Alpha Lima, climbing flight level 120 to Ross.
Flight level 120.
Right, let's try again. I'm going to give us clearance. Come on, I want to get moving. We're actually following a real world flight. I think it's Air Canada flight 869, which departs from Heathrow at about 9:30, and it's a Boeing 777 that heads to Toronto. So I'm not trying to follow it. We're just going to be a completely different flight. You know, I'm not trying to follow them completely, but we're doing the same route as them, relatively at the same time. Right, come on, give us clearance then. You're going to give us clearance. There we go. A1. Let me just listen, I think you said A1. A1, okay. So we're just going to have to taxi slowly and then we'll get the safety video. Right, let's get moving, shall we? Right. Let's just taxi out at, what are we at? Let's just go at 30. That's slow enough.
46/.
Right. Now we can just wait till we get to the runway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Welcome aboard Eurofly aircraft. We will be taking off in a few minutes. Please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Now the safety video. Oh, we've got the Qantas one.
G'day. Welcome to Qantas. Today you're in safe hands. Give us your attention for the next few minutes and go through some important safety instructions. We'll also show you the real spirit of Australia. I think you've seen it all before.
A1.
Not like this.
A1.
Super nice way out to Charlie, Roger, climb to 3000
Every aircraft is different. Today you're flying on a Qantas Airbus A380.
Can we at least turn onto the runway and taxi down it a little bit to stop it from beeping?
A1.
We can taxi down a bit, yeah.
And up there.
A1.
Our seatbelt, here's your friend. Fasten your seatbelt, like said, fasten it to the button. Tighten. Undo your seatbelt, lift the flap.
They're just talking about seatbelt. We don't necessarily have to listen really carefully.
Whenever the seatbelt sign is on. That includes infants and children. While seated at other times, we recommend
A1.
Just taxi away from this beeping if possible.
27. A1.
Done. I got rid of that beeping.
Oxygen's required. A mask will drop from above. Pull it down firmly to activate oxygen. Put it on quickly. Tighten the strap. Oxygen will flow without. Fix your own mask first, and then help others.
Your seat has a life jacket. Under it, next to it, or in the leg rest.
Remove your life jacket from the pouch by pulling the tab. Put it over your head, pass the strap around your waist. Clip at the front, then tighten. There's a red tag and mouthpiece for inflation, and a whistle and light. Make sure you only inflate your life jacket after you leave the aircraft.
In the unlikely event of emergency, make sure you're familiar with the brace position. If you can reach the seat in front, brace by folding your arms on the back of the seat and rest your forehead on the back of the seat. If you can't reach the seat, lean as far forward as you can and hold on to your legs. If your seat has a seatbelt, sit upright, place your hands on your legs and bring your chin to your chest.
Take a moment to locate your exit. There's a cabin crew point them out. Might be behind you.
To remember your nearest exit, count the roads between you and the exit.
Lights will guide you to your exit. Your crew members are pointing them out now.
Crew members are pointing out the exits.
Your aircraft has escape flights and life rafts which the crew will operate in an emergency.
If you have to evacuate, leave all items behind.
It's just a video so you've got images and sound as well.
There are some great places to smoke in the world, but an aeroplane isn't one of them. Qantas aircraft are fitted with smoke detectors, included in the toilets. So there's no smoke until you're back on the ground and out of the airport. This includes e-cigarettes.
Before we get underway, make sure all your bags are either in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you.
If you have electronic devices, be sure to turn them to flight mode. Before you take off. And if you lose your electronic device at any time, please avoid moving your seat. Call the crew member.
Before takeoff, ensure your seat back is upright and your tray table is stowed. And if you missed any of this, it's on your safety card, your seatbelt.
Right, that is the safety video almost complete.
Your Qantas magazine has a health and safety section important information on deep vein thrombosis, or DVT, including precautions and recommended exercises. Crew's here to look after you, so follow their instructions at all times. Now make yourself at home and have a great flight.
So yeah, 11,240 feet available.
Right, so that is the safety video done.
SK737, all runways are currently in use. Please try again in a moment.
Can we have some sponsors for line up? Yes, sir, that's the full line. 1-3 right, line up and wait. It is short, but it's at the pocket.
Right, let's set flaps.
Hi, Alan.
I think a 0430 following the E190, reduce as slow as
Oh, hello, Alan.
speed, as slow as you can go. 0 right to the left.
Right, okay, let's get ready for takeoff.
Free flight.
We'll do the takeoff, of course.
Start current map range. Current takeoff speed 321 kilometers per hour.
321. That's probably the highest we've ever had on the stream.
As long as everything's clear on your end, you're clear for takeoff when they give it you.
Everything looks
We're not
clear.
having a board to take off.
Let's get takeoff.
You are clear to take off from runway A1.
Right, are we ready to go?
Clear for takeoff, you are good to go.
Right, let's move.
6.
See any reason why not? Let's head for Toronto.
89. 99.
That's up to 100.
116.
Hey, 320 is cast. We're just going a couple of seconds. We'll get back.
We'll rotate about 300.
Put it south someplace and out of the way we'll
That's up to 200.
208. 240. 255. 260. 281. 0.
That's rotated, and there we go, V2, flaps and gear up.
17.
Right,
14.
that's about okay for our takeoff speed. We'll increase it a bit.
Takeoff successful.
Takeoff successful.
Enter the altitude.
Climb to 500 and set heading
Go to 500 in the auto altitude. Go to about 533 kilometers per hour in the auto speed, because that is 250 knots, which is the limit below 10,000 feet. And we'll just put auto nav on for now.
Automatic navigation on.
That will turn us towards. Yeah, that will turn us towards Toronto.
It's working again into Sky.
Yeah, everything's working.
501.
You can just make sure that get it back out and it will fail me.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Right, let's continue on present course and altitude, which we'll do for now.
SK737, climb and maintain 6,000.
Up to 6,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have successfully taken off and you may now unfasten your seatbelts. During the flight, our staff will be regularly walking through the aisles, so please get their attention if you would like to ask a question or need anything. We wish you a pleasant flight.
Right, well, I think the flight attendant just said it all. Yeah, we definitely have successfully taken off. Only about 5,000 more kilometres to go.
The only thing that could mess us up.
Right, I tell you what now, we can engage the autopilot. Let's do that. Autopilot can go on.
Autopilot on.
And I'm just going to put 6,000 back in the auto altitude because it gets rid of it once you engage it. And we'll go seatbelt signs off now. And we can pretty much just sit back and relax now.
Yeah, I'm taking this Boeing 737 into Toronto.
Okay.
I'm about 300 miles out.
So, for everyone who's watching, this is what we're going to be doing from now on, just flying along. I don't blame you if anyone wants to just sort of skip parts of the cruise, I don't mind. By the way, I'm not expecting to have people watching for the whole thing, it's very long. Right, we're at the right power setting now, and we're just flying over England, currently in Buckinghamshire.
I recommend that we execute the cruise checklist.
We're not cruising yet. Not quite yet. They've just told us to climb to 6,000 for now. Passengers are still quite active in the back there. Check the time here. It's 9:30 AM, so we've got off nice and early. There should be no problems with time, hopefully.
What are the problems that we could get? Because obviously we haven't got failures on this.
What, sorry, Marshall?
What are the problems that we could get during this?
Problems? Well, just as long as everything works with Eurofly and we don't get anything stopping responding, then we should be good. For now, anyway. We'll cruise, or we will be soon. So at the moment we'll be heading soon over... Right, so we're doing like cross-country the UK for 10 minutes and then we head into Wales for a little bit, and then we head over to China. Right, we've left Heathrow's airspace. See ya.
Set frequency.
Right, set the frequency there.
New 123.2.
123.2. The frequency box.
Nice.
This sound, by the way, is taken from the PMDG 777. And hopefully, like I was saying to Marshall yesterday, we'll look back on this video in a couple of years and say, wow, hasn't Eurofly improved since this? Because, like I say, by the end of October, I hope to have a beta in my hands of the new Eurofly, and hopefully we can make more and more improvements. But you know, hopefully the new version will be something different.
Yeah.
You're a bit quiet, Marshall.
I said if I have to do anything during this, I'll just mute the call. So
yeah, I don't mind, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, obviously, like I've said before, this is going to be a really long flight, so I will have to go and do things, I will have to go and eat and things, so we'll just... Once we're over the Atlantic, we're pretty much free to do whatever, because it's such a huge stretch of water, there's not going to be any air traffic control or anything bothering us, so I can pretty much just sit back and leave the plane to fly itself whilst I do anything on the computer, or go and eat something or whatever I want to do.
If you just heard a rather loud bang in the plane, that was me. I accidentally threw my laptop bags over to another side of the room so that I could gain access under the bed, and I threw them onto some metal.
Oh dear.
So the metal buckles clanged with the metal stand.
Right, we're still at 6,000. Hopefully the next airport we get to will give us another climb, and then we can carry on this climb. Wonder how the PA sounds on stream. Let's try it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We have successfully taken off. Thank you for flying with Eurofly Airlines. Well, that's the PA, where you can talk to the aircraft. Yeah, you can actually hear it on stream. There's like an echo, as you can hear, because that's me on the PA thing.
Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
I'll keep updating the live chat, by the way, for everyone. I'll just keep putting the estimated time of arrival and, you know, where we are and things, because obviously I think people will just sort of drop in and out every so often and just sort of see, oh, what we're doing, we're still in cruise. So I'll keep that updated so we can see how we're doing for time.
Yeah. I'm muting this because I've got to go under the bed to gain access to something, so I'm not going to be responding for a while.
Alright then, that's fine. Got some wind going on there. And I have an NCS music playlist, by the way, and no copyright sounds music playlist, so perhaps a bit later on once we're over the Atlantic for everyone, I'll just put that in the background and that will
just
be...
let me know at any point if it becomes a mute.
Yeah, you can do whatever you need to. I can't... I don't need you to do anything there, or whatever you need to do, you just do it. I was looking at other games to play as well, so if anyone has any suggestions of a easy enough game that I could do, then I'll have a look at it. I mean, I know that's a bit, it's not very specific, but I mean, I don't want some kind of fighting game. It's going to be really loud over the plane, just something that I can sort of work out for a couple of hours.
Flying through clouds.
Worcestershire. Gloucestershire.
Alan, why did I decide to fly a long route? Because I don't know, because I just wanted to do a stream, and I didn't have any sort of flight plan that was like shorter. I suppose I could have made one, but I just felt like flying a long haul route and doing it because it's a one-off thing, a one-time thing, and then you can sort of say, yeah, I've done that, I've crossed the Atlantic. It's just sort of a one-time thing, because people always in flight simulators, it's sort of a thing that across the pond is just one of those kind of iconic flights that you do, and I haven't done it yet, and so I thought, why not give it a go? You know, I'm not expecting it to be wildly exciting. It perhaps won't be, you know, as soon as you're in cruise and everything, but at least I can say I've done it and I've streamed it after that. I mean, I don't really necessarily prefer long haul routes. I mean, I don't know how long haul pilots do it. It must be that boring. Just sitting there for hours and hours. I mean, this once is alright for me, but I wouldn't do this every time. It's too boring. And the reason I didn't do it on FSX is because FSX is a lot more sort of, it takes up a lot more resources from the computer. I didn't want it to stop responding or anything like that because it's such a long flight. I'd prefer to sort of test FSX on longer flights before I use it. I could play that, Robert. Yeah. Perhaps. How like does it have a lot of sound? I mean, I'll turn the engines down anyway. I don't have that game downloaded anyway, but I can re-download it. I did have it. As long as my computer doesn't flag it up as a virus, my laptop tends to flag games up as viruses sometimes and then not let me use them. That's what it did with Red Spot.
You're entering the turbulence.
Tube sim, yeah, that's a good idea, and I have that. I thought about that. I don't know about the sound and whether it's almost like but I can have a look at tube sim. I'm not that much good at it because I play it all that often, but it is a good game. In fact, I could probably just turn the engines all the way down to 0 if necessary, and then we won't have any sound. Anyway, we're into Wales. Before I do anything, I'm going to wait till we get over the Atlantic.
Identify yourself.
0.
Identification
just because I don't want to be.
We may start to experience increased turbulence.
I don't want to be having to identify and put in frequencies.
Thank you.
Seatbelt signs on.
Done. Attention, you're entering the turbulence. 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 Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
I'm trying to remember, what do you actually do on Survive the Wild? Is it like I think you collect stuff,
you're
don't
entering
you?
the turbulence.
You'll have a character and you sort of like find stuff and eat and keep your character alive.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
And like walk around and build things, I suppose.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Shut up. We know.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Actually, I'll put NVDA back on
you're
now.
entering the turbulence.
Just for now, because it's fine without. Then I can at least use the computer a bit more.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
That's hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look what games I actually have on here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I had a
we are
few
now
that I
leaving
put on
the
my
area of
desktop.
increased turbulence and
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have Tube Sim. I also have Park Boss, where you're supposed to have to like make your own park. Yeah, that's kind of okay. But I'm not very good at it, and my park keeps going bankrupt. It's not really that interesting.
Eurofly 01, column 1, Eurofly.
County of Certigen.
But I'll have a look at Survive the Wild anyway, and I'll have a look at Tube Sim. I mean, I know I've played Tube Sim. I have a basic knowledge anyway. And I'll download Survive the Wild, and then I'll have to read the manual and just remind myself of some things. Anyway, let me have a look. I'll see if I can download Survive the Wild now. I won't actually start with it now, because like I said, I'd rather do that over the Atlantic. But I just want to, I'll get it downloaded anyway.
https://www.google.co./internet explorer name. Search combo box editable next. Search landmark Google. Name, STW audio game, about STW. About STW. Search results heading. DSG Survive the Wild Black Screen Game and Link heading level 3. DSG Survive the Wild Black Screen Game and Link heading level 3. DSG STW overview Black Screen Game and Link heading level 3. Audio games.net forum articles room RS sync. Your favorite audio games was on link heading level 3. Search landmark search. Audio games. Audio games. Space.
Yeah, I'll at least.
Search landmark Google rapid link. No next heading. No next heading. No next heading. Eurofly.
Irish Sea and St. George's Channel.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Anyway, yeah, Survive the Wild. Let me have a look.
Internet Explorer.
It didn't bring it up on the STW.
https://www.google.co./internet explorer name. Search combo box editable blank. Sort of TA space
Why are you
8
not reading
E.
NVDA? Very helpful.
Survive. Wild. Audio games. Survive TH Wild audio games Google search button. Main networks. Survive the Wild page 1. New releases room audio games.net. Link heading. Survive the Wild Sam 2D. Survive the Wild Sam 2D Productions. Link heading level 3.
Actually, yeah, I'll get it from. Let me see if I can get it from his website.
Survive the Wild heading level 1 navigation. Survive the Wild navigation heading level 1. List with 4 items. Bullet visited link Survive the Wild. Bullet link to Survive the Wild store. Bullet link to Survive the Wild map. Check. Bullet link to Hello everyone and welcome to Survive the Experience. Heading level 3 current version. 0.93.0. Heading level 2 what is Survive the Wild. Survive the Wild is a game where your goal is literally survival. If you're a nature fan, that is.
Okay, so
Game is for you. You have to do anything from body satisfaction such as eating, drinking, 2. Making your own items to help the game on. To hunting animals for your belly and for their fur. To voyaging out far into the sea to see if there's any such thing as even kinds of water. Civilization near you and much more. Heading level 2 some of the main features. List with 14 items. Bullet this game is very configurable with many options that can be changed if you don't like.
Yeah, okay.
Out of list availability heading level 2. Survive the wild is mostly free. For the most part, it's completely free just so long as you're willing to. Well, survive the wild more realistically. The only thing that isn't free is upgrades. Such as teleporters, step 3 cards, health boosts, and if you want more from the game, such as the ability to have an unlimited inventory of items, a character that you'll never ever get. First, and possibly other future abilities, you can purchase a full STW account for $15.95. The game is easy to download and install, then you just have to create an account and start playing it. If you would like to purchase upgrades for an account, you are able to do that from the Survive the Wild store. No upgrades are not necessary, it's completely your choice. I mean, it can be. Nice to not die when you should, after all, and upgrades are pretty cheap, you can get 5 teleporters for 1 US, anything at all, paying for upgrades. Heading level 2 credits.
Right, now
here, I'd like to list some of them. Go next heading.
Do we download?
Credits availability, some of what is Survive the current version. Heading, Survive the Wild map, navigation, heading level 1. Survive the Wild map, list with 4 items, bullet visited link, Survive the Wild scope, bullet link to Survive the Wild scope, bullet link to Survive the Wild map, bullet link download Survive the Wild.
Oh yeah, download Survive the Wild, okay.
List with 4 items, bullet link download, download. Alert notification, our text, do you want to run or save STW setup.x 400.
Okay.
Alert notification, save split button, save as,
we'll just
save as,
save as,
Survive the Wild, internet explorer, alert notification, our text, do you want? STW items, new list, names, 3 new, quick. File name, save as, file name. 5% of STW setup.
Right, that's gonna have to download.
6% of STW setup.x download.
Right,
Survive the Wild. Eurofly.
And then I will look. Hopefully it comes with like a readme.
Out of clouds.
See how this plane's doing. What are we doing now? We just
88 Europe, Ireland, 5 minutes.
Okay, we're almost into Ireland. Are we still?
Irish Sea and
Oh no,
St.
okay, we're
George's
going
Channel.
over the channel now. So we were in Wales, now we're going over the channel, heading into Ireland. And then from there, I think we just go Atlantic.
Survive the Wild, Internet Explorer 01 count, Survive the Wild, Internet, alert notification, bar text 24% of it.
24%, yeah, so it does take
Eurofly, Eurofly.
a bit to download. I don't know how fast this Wi-Fi is, because it's not my Wi-Fi.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
It must have been a couple of years ago when I last played Survive the Wild, though, so we'll see.
Survive the Wild, Internet Explorer. Alert notification, bar text 48% of
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering the stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Some bad weather around here. At least in Eurofly's world. see if we can turn seatbelts off.
Eurofly, Eurofly.
Off.
Alert notification, our text running security scan. New downloads button, plus D.
Okay, that's done. Let me have a look what's in the file.
Survive the wild, Internet Explorer 01 column. Survive the wild, close button, close. New downloads button, survive the wild, document, mode. Alert notification, our text running security, close button, close. New downloads button, plus D.
Running security scan. Oh, this is going to be one of those annoying. I'm sure this is going to, my laptop's just going to, it doesn't like games from his website for some reason. And it just...
Survive the wild, address and search using. Alert notification, our text DSTW setup.x download is completed. Close button, close. Open folder button,
It has, it's allowed it through.
Homework window, preview, level 1 SPC, example, not selected, 3 of 4, level 2 documents, select 2 of 9, items, hosky, STW set, date box, type as application, red only 01 type, STW set of 1 of 100.
So it's just an application.
Hosky,
okay. So we don't actually get, a folder with like a readme. I guess there might be a learn thing in the menu. Maybe there's like a learn sounds or a learn game. Okay. Well, I'm going to just, like I say, I'll leave that page open so I can just click open folder when I want it again in a minute. Where are we? Okay, in Ireland.
271 North Atlantic Ocean, 17 minutes.
Right, 17 minutes to North Atlantic Ocean.
Identification
So I'm going to just let us fly across Ireland before I start doing anything because, you know, there's going to be airports probably that might... I'm sure we're still at 6,000, are we?
6,000.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's just climb up to 12,000. Because that's just easier and that's more realistic for the cruise. Yeah, so we'll get over the North Atlantic and then I'll have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that we've crossed into European airspace.
Yeah,
we wish you
attention. You're entering the turbulence.
Because we've already been in European airspace. That doesn't make sense. Right, I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. We should be okay where we are. Just climbing. The autopilot is in control of the plane, so there's no issues there. I'll be back in a second.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Land of high mail. Leinster.
Right, I'm back now.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Weird is the... I think my phone just being weird. It's just not letting me look at the chat. 1 second and I will try and get this to work again. There we go, that's better. Right, the YouTube app is working properly. Now... I'll tell you what, I can put some NTS music on now. It won't be great, but I can do it if people want to. It's just music, it's just sort of background music that they provide.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Oh, did we reach 12,000?
Eurofly.
12,010.
12,010. We're at now.
164 North Atlantic Ocean, 10 minutes.
Not long to the North Atlantic now. And then it's across there for a couple of hours, and then until we finally reach Canada to the Labrador Sea. You know what? I should have done this in. I should have done this in Concorde that I have on here. I really should have done it in that. That would have made it a lot quicker and probably more fun. Anyway.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
If you could change planes in the air, I probably would. But I bet you can't. Oh, you rubbish YouTube app. It's gone funny again. got it back again. Alright, Kenneth, hello. We're just over Ireland at the minute. Almost in the, almost over the Atlantic. This is the 777.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may
for what
start
plane are we
with
flying? It's
reverse
the
increased
777.
turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Oh, I have to do the seatbelt signs. I think specifically this is the Boeing 777-200 long range. Ridiculous the amount of range this can do. It can, I think it can pretty much get to Australia without having to stop. So this trip is.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Well, I mean, just to highlight, when I took off for this trip to Toronto, I had more fuel than I need by quite a bit, and we weren't even halfway through the capacity of the fuel tanks of this plane. So it's massive.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering the stormy area.
Stormy area now as well.
The turbulence. Ask that you remain in the seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now
flying through
the area of increased turbulence.
Right, we're leaving the area of turbulence, but we're still in a stormy area. Do not unfasten your seatbelts anymore. Flight attendant, no rubbish. You can probably tell, or you can hear the rain.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
I'm not.
I mean, for the stream, I mean, I will do Survive the Wild, and I'll have a look at some other things. But you know, we've always got Turbo, and then that's how we use it. But you know, if we've been doing it for 3 or 4 hours, and we feel that there's just, you know, because even for me, a long haul is nice, but I personally like to do other things as well, so you know, we can use turbo if we want to. We'll see. We'll have a vote at the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the storm. You can now
Right, we
relax
can't be
and
far
enjoy
off
the
from
rest of
hitting the North Atlantic now. Because the Atlantic is just so boring, to be honest with you. I mean, by the time you're over it, yeah, we'll just use the Atlantic for a couple of hours to play some games, and then I might just turbo the rest of the Atlantic and get rid of it. Longer until we hit the
menu. Eurofly.
48 North Atlantic Ocean.
I think we can pretty much just do what we want now. I mean, you know, we're not going to hit any airports from now. I mean, we haven't spoken to one since England. Anyway, I'm going to turn these engines down a bit first before I do anything.
Menu. Eurofly.
Just have to get rid of NVDA to do it.
99.
Right, let's turn them down. Down or down.
90, 89, 88, 83, 82, 81,
Right,
80,
going down.
70,
Just so I can at least hear Survive the Wild.
51, 50.
What do we say? Is that low enough? Oh no, it's going down even more. Stop, stop, stop. It's still going. Wow. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because I pressed it loads.
34, 30, 40, 42, 43, 45.
What do we? Is that low enough for to play it? Do you think? I mean, we'll still hear the passenger sounds, but that's alright, it reminds us we're on a plane. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me just turn it down a tad more, but I think we're alright.
42.
Just go to 40.
40.
Right. Let's have a look at this Survive the Wild thing then, shall we? Give us something to do at least.
Taskbar. Eurofly Row 1, Survive the Profile, Skype Trade, Eurofly Row, Survive the Wild, Internet Explorer. Edit, select page. List with 4 items to survive the wild storm.
You're going to give me... Oh, you're not going to give me the open folder thing, I don't know what it's...
Eurofly Row, Profile, Untitled C, Skype Trademark, Survive the Wild, Internet, Survive the Wild. Edit submenu. Tool submenu. Help tool sub. Internet option. Delete and private. Turn on track. Activate. Fix connection. Reopen. Add site. View downloads. CTRL plus JN.
View downloads.
View downloads. Internet Explorer dialog. View and track your downloads options. STW setup.
That's what we want.
View and track. Hospi Boeing 7. Text English. United Kingdom. Menu. View downloads. Internet. View down. Menu.
Are you going to actually...
View downloads. Internet Explorer dialog unavailable. View and track your downloads options.
Yeah, view and track. I'll tell you what, let me get rid of that.
Menu. View downloads. Internet.
It's not playing ball at the minute, it's...
View downloads. Internet Explorer. STW setup.x. STW setup.x. Samsung.com 434 MB. Options window. Clear list button. Close button. Search downloads. Edit. Blank. STW setup. Text. United Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Setup.
Oh yeah, it's launched the setup thing, has it? Okay.
Menu. View downloads survive. Eurofly. Pro. Skype rate. View downloads Internet Explorer. View.
Tell you what, it's not being very
Menu.
helpful at all.
View downloads.
Go away.
Menu. View download. Survive the wild. Internet Explorer 01 column.
Survive the wild. You can go.
Eurofly. Eurofly. View download profile. Skype rate. Eurofly 01. View download Internet
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Eurofly. Setup.
Right.
Eurofly 01 column 1. Profile. Skype. Eurofly 01. Eurofly. Profile. Skype. Eurofly 01. Eurofly.
Okay, then let me just have a look where it's put this.
Unknown file explorer.
North Atlantic Ocean.
Download.
There we go, we're in the North Atlantic.
Setup.
Why does it keep saying settle?
Menu. Setup row 1 column. Setup survive the wild dialog. Select destination location where should survive the wild be installed. Setup will install survive the wild into the following folder. At least 445.9 MB of free disk space is required. To continue, click next. If you would like to select a different folder, click browse button. Next, cancel button. To browse.
Yeah,
next,
I'm sure it'll be
next,
fine wherever
continue,
it's
click
going
next.
to
If you would like to select a different folder, browse. Don't create a start menu folder checkbox. Not check Alt plus D. Left back button. Don't create a start menu folder checkbox. Not check Alt plus D. Next greater button Alt plus N. Press to select the additional tasks you would like set up to perform. Left back button Alt. Next cancel button. Select the additional tasks you would like set up to perform while installing survive the wild. Then click next. Preview. Create a desktop shortcut checkbox.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Okay.
Left back. Next cancel button. Next greater install. Cancel. Click it. Left back button. Install button. Alt plus I. Next greater. Cancel button.
Right, we'll let that install. It might not work for me, or I might not like it. We'll see. But you know what? We can at least have a go.
And happy with our services. We are now flying over the sea. The weather outside is very nice, and you can enjoy a nice view of the blue waters.
Yes, if people who've just come here to watch flights, you can, you know, we're not going to be actually flying right now. We're just going to be doing this.
Setup is finished. Installing survive the wild on your computer. The application may be launched by selecting the install shortcuts. Click finish.
Okay.
View readme launch survive the wild. Finish button. Alt plus. Setup is finished. Installing survive.
Right,
View changelog.txt checkbox check selected. View readme.html checkbox check selected.
Yeah.
Launch survive the wild checkbox. Finish button. Alt. Setup is finished. Installing survive. View read launch survive the wild checkbox check selected. Not checked.
do that.
Finish button. Alt plus F.
Finish.
Setup unavailable. Untitled notepad. Text
Okay,
editor,
let's have a look at these then, shall we?
changelog
These.
notepad. Text editor. Rules notepad. Text editor. Edit multi.
Okay, so we have that.
Eurofly row 1 column profile. Skype rate survive the wild. Setup row 2 column 4. Rules notepad row 1 column 1. Changelog downloads row 1
Let's
column 3.
first get rid of the downloads
Rules notepad. Text
folder.
editor. Changelog Eurofly row 1 column profile. Untitled C. Skype rate survive the wild. Internet Explorer row 2 column 3.
Are you going to go?
Rules notepad. Text editor. Changelog Eurofly profile. Skype rate setup row 1 column 6.
Settle. We don't need another
Setup
settle.
dialog. Setup is not complete. If you exit now. Yes button. No button.
Yes,
Yes
just
button. Press.
complete,
Set
go.
rules notepad. Text editor. Edit multi-line. Rules notepad. Row 1.
Right,
Rules
well,
notepad.
let's
Text
have a
editor.
look here.
Survive the wild. Rules and regulations. Blank. 1. Loopholes and bug exploits. If there is ever a time where you are able to get many more items than a player or can open your
Okay,
blank.
yeah, we're
2.
not doing
Impersonating
that.
developers, admins and slash blank.
Yeah,
3.
we're
Proper
doing
use of
that.
the chat system. First and foremost, very large chats after people told you to stop, or words that affect the image synthesizer and screen readers, or any such harm will get you kicked into blank. 4. Admin warnings. They are made for you to pay attention to. Ignoring admin warning for any purpose will probably blank. 5. Admin classifications. As long as an admin says something just about your actions, you are inclined to listen to them whether you. 6. Roleplay. While we have been taking this very seriously even since the game was launched, we shall start doing so now. No, we do not force roleplay in STW. However, there are items in the game that are meant for roleplay and items that are not. If people wish, I can make an out-of-character radio, but for now, the radio, voice chat and say commands are meant for roleplay purposes. We again don't force roleplay and you won't get banned instantly or anything for breaking this rule, but if you don't want to do any sort of roleplay, please do not use the radio, say command or voice chat. If you are on a completely private radio channel and there is no one around you, this is different, but otherwise if anyone unknown available, your battery is running low, Windows, toolbar, mode,
Okay, the
mode, press C, Alt
battery
plus C.
is charging on this laptop. Let's just move that. And then I will re-plug us back in.
Rules notepad. Text editor. Edit multi-line.
Anyway.
Go talk about Skype for example and sub 6. Go talk about Skype for example and someone hears you. Here's a chance you could get warned. So in summary, we don't force roleplay, but if you're near plan 7, alternate characters, it is generally okay to have more than one character in game. However, plan 8, disaster. If an admin catches you going offline during a disaster, one of the following things can happen. If you go offline but reconnect before the disaster is over and it's your first time, you will be warned not to do that anymore. If you go offline during a disaster but do not reconnect before the disaster is over and it's your first time, you will be warned that your health will be set to what it would be if you took average damage of the disaster. If you disconnect for the second time during the disaster, no matter if you returned or not, your health will be set to what it would be when it be determined by the admin.
Yeah, basically don't disconnect during a disaster.
Plan. Hopefully you can follow these simple rules that we've noted. Plan. I hope you enjoy survive. I hope you enjoy survive the wild.
Okay, well that was just a
Changelog notepad. Text editor.
change log.
0.93.0. No attack to, no more opening your in underwater while looking at someone who had no more opening your in underwater while looking at someone who had attack to falling through the ground look bug should be slightly better now. No more entering the chat box underwater. Fix the weird package bug where people could use items very fast. Made the client way less laggy. Fix the get chat sound not playing. Added an autoload of ambiances and footsteps said custom massive size change in this update. There will be IIIA more in the next one though. Fix now to keep air necklaces after death.
Okay, I have no idea what any of that means.
Eurofly.
I'm just going to get rid of it.
Eurofly, row 1, Eurofly.
So then let's
Overview
see.
is cost 25 of 27. Survive the wild 2 of 27.
Can we launch Survive the Wild?
Read the rules dialog note. If you already saw the read to this dialog no button, yes button, no, yes button, no plus
Okay, I
Y.
agree.
Survive the wild 0.93.0.
The place where your PC comes to life.
Loud.
Samsung Production.
Menu. Survive Eurofly. Pro Skype rate. Survive the wild 0.93.0. Pro Skype rate. Survive the wild 0. Survive the wild. Log in.
Right, log in.
Log in. Create a player account.
Create a player. Options.
Listen to the story.
Listen to the story.
Test speakers. Listen test speakers.
I think I've listened to it before.
Exit the game. Exit the game. Test speakers. Listen list of options. Create a player account options.
An option.
Options menu. Please select an option. Set up account.
Settle.
Disable logo on startup.
Save.
Change menu style design scope. Enable menu wrapping. Enable visual mode. Set menu music. Change global TTS options. Change say TTS options. Disallow changing of say voice. Change language file. Add alias. Remove alias. Disable screen mirror interrupt. Disable update check-in on startup. Check for updates. Set output device. Set input device. Disable play in the freeze. Disable message login. Disable play in the freeze. Disable online and offline message. Disable confirmation to exit. Disable turn in with mouse. Disable flare announcements. Disable translator. Disable flare announcements. Select your primary language used for go back. Main menu. Please select exit the game. Exit the game. Exit the game. Exit. Create a player account.
Create player account.
Please type in the username for his new character. No spaces are allowed.
I'm just calling myself
DJKW25. Please type in the password for his new character. Spaces are not allowed. I'm
gonna have to turn speech off, aren't I?
Speech mode talk. Menu. Survive the wild 0. Survive the wild 0.93.0. Mail. Mail.
Oh.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Your account is now ready to use. Please press enter to log into this character. Logging in. Survive the wild message of the day. Recent updates. There is a new big tractor like that in the game. Our character Robert says hi.
Okay. Fascinating. So what do I do? I have no idea. I didn't see like a. I didn't see like a. Kenneth, no, I don't think Munchkins is here. What do I do? I'm trying to work out what I do. Like walk or.
Menu. Survive the light 0.9. Survive the light 0.93.0.
Am I like moving? It's always switches music off. Sounds like I'm in some kind of water. But I don't really get it. I need to switch the music off somehow because it's a bit loud. I have no idea what to do. I need like oh hi Robert, I think I can hear. Right, yeah, so Robert's on here. I don't get how, like, how do I even chat? There needs to be a manual somewhere. And actually I need to just look at the manual. Because I just haven't, like, I really have no idea. Trying to think controlled or anything, like do I have
menu. Survive the light 0.93. Survive the light.
Oh right. I don't know, sounds different.
Summer just came online. The temperature drops as the mass of the sun slips away. Small fires burn in the distance and people prepare for the fight.
It was I.
Summer just went offline. Our character heart says rule of leaders.
I really have no idea what is going on here.
Menu. Survive the light. Survive the light 0.93.0.
It's great, right. Tab, are we gonna... Oh no, hang on, that's not...
You have to stop a second to try to pull off. The storm just came online.
Oh.
Our character Robert says DJKW25. Turn music volume down. You have to stop a second to try to pull off.
Yeah, how do you turn the music volume down?
You have to stop a second to try to pull off.
Pull off? I have to stop. I really have I'll tell you what, I'll escape and then see if I can find a map. Because I have no idea how to play that.
Menu. Unknown. Internet Explorer.
I need like
Google Internet Explorer.
to just read up on how to do it and then I'll work it out from there. Because I have no idea.
Menu. Google Internet Explorer. Google Doc. Search landmark combo. No next edit field. Button. Webster 44. Button collapse. Button collapse. Button collapse. Button collapse. Button collapse. Search landmark combo box editable. Sure. Space.
I literally cannot type. Let's have a look. Is See if I can
Survive the wild instructions audio games Google search.
some sort of...
Search main landmarks. Survive the wild combination item guide. Page 1. DSD Survive the Wild black screen name and link heading left. Survive the Wild Sam 2D Productions. Survive the Wild walkthrough the blind beat zone link heading level 3. Audio games.net forum articles. Survive the Wild.
Is that like a podcast?
Survive the Wild walkthrough June 14, 2015. This podcast was submitted by Walter. You can contact this contributor via their
Yeah, I think I've seen that podcast before. I need to look at the podcast and then work out. Okay.
AudioGames.net forum. Links to accessible games, TCS games. Audio Games Archive. Use the Audio Games Archive. Link heading level 3. AudioGames.net forum articles. Room rsyn.com. Link heading level 3. Links to accessible games, TCS games. Visited link heading.
Is there like
Audio Games Archive. Links to accessible. Audio Games Archive. Use the Audio Games Archive. Added an archive containing a number of crafting guides for Survive the Wild. Insta. Original game seems to be missing a manual. We've included a...
Yeah. The Minecrafting guides. I don't even know what to do yet. Yeah, it did seem to be missing a manual. Definitely is missing a manual for some reason. It's yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, seeing as there doesn't really seem to be a complete overview of like the keys that you should press, I'm just going to
Alright then, what have we got? What's this?
oh, you're back.
For a bit.
Robert suggested I looked at Survive the Wild, so I've downloaded it, but it doesn't really have a manual, so I don't really get what I'm supposed to do.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I'll have a look at that podcast that they uploaded, because I think I've listened to that before and I worked out how to play it and it was fine, but it was so long ago. Unless anyone has any tips that you put in the chat, I'll listen to the podcast after the stream and work out how to play it, because I really have no idea. I don't even know how to turn the music down, because I can't really hear the screen reader anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'm only back for a bit before I start again.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go again because I'm gonna start again.
Alright. I don't know if it was NVDA actually that was blocking like keys being pressed, because I thought it was something like you could see inventory and like H, view your health or something, or maybe I just couldn't hear it. Ooh, Marshall's just dropped the call. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do? Because I was saying about this Atlantic, I'm going to turbo, but I'm not going to turbo a lot, so we can just get there a bit faster than we are. And then, you know, I can do whatever I want to after. So let's just...
Eurofly.
Right, put turbo on.
Done.
And then if I say, let's just go to 3,500.
3,957.
There we go. Then, you know, we can get there faster, but we're not going to be going ridiculously fast. It's probably only going to take us a couple of hours then. README. Let me have a look then. A README popped up, but it was just rules.
Everything. Edit. Blank.
Attention,
Survive.
you're entering the turbulence.
Let me have a look.
List. Survive the wild. Survive the
Oh, I
wild.
have a-
Survive the wild. Survive. File Explorer. Survive the wild. Land. Data 1 of date modified. Data 1 of 11.
Oh, maybe.
Land 2. RR3. Rule 4 of 11. Cancel out. Dock controller flight.
Change.
Dock use. Read me 8 of 11. STW. Init 0 Z.
Oh yeah, read me is there.
STW. Read me 8 of 11. Internet
This
Explorer.
might be helpful. Oh, okay, it launches Internet Explorer.
C. Program files. X86. Marshall Fairbrother calling alert. Survive the wild. Eurofly. Type trademark. Type contact. Calls up. Video answer. Type trademark.
What happened?
Folder view. Start running user action. User promoted. Vodafone Connect 91 million speakers.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Troubleshoot. Open volume mixer. Unknown. Volume mixer speakers. Survive the wild. Type trademark 1. Type trade.
Whatever.
Type a message.
Tell you what, we'll get rid of Marshall for now because he's just messing about.
Type trade. Survive the wild. Survive the wild. Row 1. Survive the Eurofly. Profile. Type trade. Survive the wild. Everything. Row 2. Column 1.
Right.
Euro profile. Type trademark. Type trademark. The Clanmonster 44 column 1.
Poor quality feedback.
Type trademark. Call. Type
Go
trademark.
away.
Survive the wild. Internet Explorer.
Anyway,
Survive the
Survive the
wild. Internet
Wild.
Explorer.
This
Welcome to
should-
Survive the wild.
Oh.
Heading level. Table of contents. Heading
Okay,
level
yeah.
1. What is Survive the wild? Heading
I
level 1.
see.
1.1.
Okay.
Well, one day I was in a Skype call with some of my friends. We were bored and wanted to come up with a new game idea. I was thinking, what is something no one else has ever created? What is the one thing that I like to read about? And the simple answer was surviving in the wild. The complete life simulator. I mentioned it, and from the time I said we should call it Survive the Wild 2. Now those words is all it took to come up with the idea for this game. No more old arrow folks. Choose your walking speed and don't fall over. Cook, eat, drink, hunt, start fires. Cut down trees. Go to a radiation covered bomb site to gather useful items. Give your enemies a
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are
punch in the
entering
basement. They wanted to deal with depression for losses. Sleep, green
For
fish, deal
your
with.
safety, we ask that you
Punch in the basement. They wanted to deal with depression for losses. Sleep, green fish, deal with. Harsh weather. Read anything from house to boat. Take advantage of the same command. Participate. And role play. Open gifts on those special occasions. Make a treehouse. Drop a lump of wood on someone's head. Clap the jingle bells. And much, much more. But most importantly, survive. Both.
Flying
Those
through
strange things like jingle
clouds.
bells aren't intentional, but something to remember. Marshall Fairbrother.
Oh, got off, Marshall, unless you're going to actually...
Calls up. Video answer.
Are you going to work this time? Can you hear me now? Is it working?
Yeah.
Right, I don't know what happened before, but you were having a conversation, so I just ended it anyway. Not the time before, I mean the time you called me last time. Right. Let me just sort this out before the volumes have gone funny as usual.
20.
Right, that's where we had it.
File sub menu 1 plus F.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi
Menu.
dropped. My laptop's
Survive the wild.
crashed.
Survive the wild. 1.1. Important note. Heading level 2.
Anyway, I'll carry on reading this
Please make sure
manual.
you read this
Found
all
the
the way through. I
manual.
don't want anyone to miss out on one. Single feature. Heading level 1 2. Role play.
Role
Well, most of you
play.
out there know what this is. I will go ahead and give a little explanation of it.
Mute, so I'm going to start again.
Okay.
Role play is basically the difference between real life and a game. There is two things: in character and out of character. In character is your character in a game, while out of character is real life. For example, in a game, you can't say, I wish an admin would help me because let me ask. You, if you were in the wild for real, would you randomly come up to someone and say, hey, I wish an admin would help me with something? That might be what you say out of character. In character, you would complain if you were thirsty or hungry, all of those. Or in character, you wouldn't say something that happened in real life unless you could come up with a creative way of saying that in character. But saying I have to go eat because my mom is calling me would be out of character. Unless your character in a game had a mom who told you at a game you have to meet up with her somewhere to eat. Another thing to notice that if someone insults you in character, you shouldn't take offense to that in real life, because in character is your character in a game. You might punch someone and they might start calling you names or cursing you out or whatnot, but don't take offense to this. It's only a game, but out of character, if someone does that, that means they are talking to you in real life, not using the game. Some people have a hard time separating the two, but that's up to you. We won't force you to role play, but good names and using the different chat functions is enforced. If you don't want to participate in role play, you don't need to use the say radio commands for too many reasons, because those commands are for people willing to separate their life from a complete different character in a game, just like a movie. In character, you are the character from the movie, and it has nothing to do with you in real life. Heading level 1-3. Getting started. Heading level 2 3.1. Things often found in the game. In Survive the Wild, there is a couple starters that must be clarified, mainly for the readme, but you could see these subjects pop up in chats as well, and also not to mention these are things that just show up in the game. If you don't understand some of them now, you will after reading more of the readme. These are listed below. List with 3 items bullet DLGs. These are basically short for game dialogue. It's just like something popping up with an OK button, just like a simple message, except for in here, your OK button is enter, and you can repeat the text in the DLG by pressing any of the 4 arrow keys. Bullet skippable track. Pretty self-explanatory. These are simply audio files that play and can't be skipped when it is playing. Just press enter and it fades out the currently playing track that is meant to be skippable. Bullet virtual input box. These are boxes that you type input, however they are not normal input boxes. The F2 key toggles character repeat. You can type like normal and enter submits. Escape cancels. Out of list heading level 2 3.2. Launching the game for the first time. Now that we got the preliminary content out of the way, let's delve into Survive the Wild.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the start
Out of clouds.
You can now relax and enjoy
You
the
can play it
rest
to
of
launch the program. Just click the icon on your desktop if you chose that in the installer, and in the start menu it is under all programs or programs. Sam2B Productions. Survive the Wild. If you decided to have no icons, just go to the install directory, which by default is C. Program files Sam2B STW on the 64-bit PC program files x86. And once you are in that directory, go ahead and open stw.x. If no extension is enabled on your computer, it will just go to
Attention,
STW
you're
on the
entering
title
the
and application. Once
turbulence.
launched, 2 things will appear. Note: these are one-time messages only. First, you will get a DLG saying that there are no settings set up. Yet it's recommended that you set some up in the options menu. We will get to this later. And once you press enter, you will get another DLG saying that there is no aliases set up and that they are configurable in the options menu. That is something we will not get into until later. After you press enter, you will hear the Sam2B Productions logo. This is a skippable track. Next, you will hear it say loading, along with a sound that sounds like a pencil on paper. Just wait for that to finish. Then you will be into the main menu. Heading level 1-4. The main menu. This is a standard menu found in most audio games. It is configurable in the options menu. But 5. 5. Game configuration heading level. These are all the options and other items you can configure about the game. First, we'll talk about the options menu. List with 24 items. Bullet setup account. This is how you set up the account credential to the server with. A credential, password, bullet enable /disable logo on startup. Simply determines whether the Sam2B logo plays on game startup. Bullet change menu style decide scrolling slash default. Right arrow. Bullet enable slash disable menu. Bullet change menu style decide scrolling slash default. Decides left. Bullet enable slash disable menu wrapping. Bullet setting on the screen. Warning if you disabled. Bullet set menu music. If you click this option, you will be presented with a menu where you can choose your menu music. Bullet change global TTS options. Pitch you. Bullet change say TTS options. Bullet command if you the other people allow. You use bullet change say TTS options. This is how you control what voice you use and what voice you hear when. You use the in-character say command. This command will be described later. Bullet allow slash disallow changing of say voice when you are playing STW if someone uses the say command. If you have the same voice another player is set to, the other people talking allow. Bullet change language 5 if you have that language. Bullet add and remove alias. These are example. Bullet add and remove alias. These are things you can type to make chat commands work faster. 4. Example, if you type hi my name is Sam a lot, you could switch it to H if you wanted to. When you press enter, you will get 2 virtual input boxes. The first asks for the original text. This is where you type hi my name is Sam. Next it asks for the replacement or new text. This is where you would type H. Bullet enable slash disable screen reader interrupt. This changes whether the screen reader interrupts when a server message or whatnot is received. Bullet enable slash disable update checking on startup. This option changes whether the game checks for updates on startup because of out of list 6. The game heading level 1. Heading level 26.1. Starting out. When you first log in with a new character, you will hear the ocean waves loudly and some seagulls. In the background, you will be on the long barrel and sandy beach. The ocean will be behind you and the rest of the landscape will be in front of you. The first thing you will want to do is press the we'll get a number between 1 and 1000. Status keys S, first, U. The rest of the status keys S, first, U, under, E, energy, and H, health. Pressing each of these keys, U.
Oh, okay, so U, E, and H.
Status keys S, first, U, under, E. The rest status keys S, first, U, under, E, energy, and H, health. Pressing each of these keys, U. We'll get a number between 1 and 1000. It works like this. You want energy. 1000 energy is awesome. To have, it means you're not tired. Same goes for health. 1000 of it means you don't have a scratch on you. But for thirst and thunder, it's different. If you have 1000 thirst, it means you're practically dying from dehydration. If you have 1000 thunder, you're on the brink of dying from starvation. So the lower those two numbers, the better. Luckily, you start the game with a survival pack. Basically, a pack of stuff you can use to help your game get started. You will want to open. Stop track on you. So to have, it means you're not tired. Same goes for health. We'll get a number between 1 and 1000. Status keys S, thirst, U, hunger, E. The rest of the landscape will be in front. Status keys S, thirst, U, hunger, E, energy, and H,
U,
health.
hunger, E, energy. Okay.
We'll get it to have, it means you're not tired on you, but we're practically dying from starvation. So the lower those two numbers, the better. Luckily, you start the game with a survival pack. Basically, a pack of stuff you can use to help your game get started. You will want this up by combining an empty hand with a survival pack. Read the inventory section for info on how to do this. There will be packages inside the pack itself, and it's up to you whether you want to just rip into them right away or open things as needed. When the survival pack has enough to keep you stocked for a while, it can't keep you alive forever. The most important thing you will need to do is get water, because when your water bottle is filled, it won't last forever. Heading level 26.2, getting water. I'll give you a hint straight away. There is a stream close to the beach. I'll also give you another hint. The clay is to the west of the stream. One of the most popular ways to get water is to use pots. There are 2 ways to get them. List with 2 items bullet, you get 2 pieces of clay and combine them. Do this by going to the clay area, picking some up, and then combining the 2 pieces of clay. Combining will be described later. Note that, good for 1 pot. Bullet asks someone for some pots. Out of list also you can use water bottles and cups to store your water. Once you have made your pots or have an item to store water, go to the stream or any other water source nearby. Just use your water. Store an item in the water to fill it up. Make sure you're in the water before you do this. Then walk out of the stream and use your item to drink. It's worth noting that with cups, once you fill one cup, you actually have to go into your inventory and select the cup of water, then use that to drink from the cup. Also, alternately using the water storing item in the water will also drink from it. Heading level 26.3, getting settled. So now you have some water and you shouldn't be in immediate danger of dying. Always listen around you to make sure you don't have bears or big animals that could hurt you around you. You just have to listen for the sounds of those animals or press A to see if any are near you. As for food, your survival pack comes with 12 protein bars that will help you out for a little bit, but again, they won't help forever. At least for now, though, you're not in danger of dehydrating to death or even starving. Great. Heading level 26.4, cutting down your first tree. This is something you're going to want to know how to do when you start the game. Trees are very valuable because they contain branches, and if you cut them down wood, then you can use to make many useful items to help you during the game. Luckily, your survival pack contains a knife.
Back up and running, I'm going to try that nice approach again in a minute.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, Ian, that's the sharpest thing you currently own. You can find the tree eater by tracking it or however you can. As soon as you hear the 300. So, Ian, that's the sharpest thing you currently own.
Just reading this manual for Survival Wild.
Many useful items to help you during the game.
I've turboed a bit to 3000.
Valuable, many useful items to help you during the game. Luckily for you, the survival pack contains a knife. So, Ian, that's the sharpest thing you currently own. You can find the tree eater by tracking it or however you can. As soon as you hear the tree under your feet, which sounds like stepping on the branch or thick underbrush, simply use your knife over and over again on the tree. You will hear cracking sounds indicating your knife is hitting the tree. Since this is a knife, it will take a while and probably make you very tired, and you'll know when it's down by well the sound of a tree falling. Yay, now you have a huge pile of wood. Ah, glorious wood. With this, you can do well too. Say the least, a lot. You can now pick it up or use the wood to start a fire. It's worth noting. However, before cutting the tree down, it's possible to stand on the tree tile and pick up branches. They are also very useful. Heading level 26.5, starting a fire. As you probably know, fires are going to be something you're going to want. They can help you cook your fish, forge metal items. The first thing you have to make sure you are doing is standing on something that sounds like a bunch of branches being moved around. And the tracking menu will show up as wood. You will be automatically standing on it if you cut down the tree. Also, if you drop 25 or more branches on most areas aside from water and trees, you will also be on it. So once you are on it, you're going to want to take out the match. Here's something quite a few people get confused about. The survival pack contains matches and fire starters. They have a huge difference. If you're standing on wood, you will want a match because you already have flammables and you just have to light it. Fire starters, however, are something quite different. With fire starters, you can just be standing on the grass and you're able to use one and have an instant fire. Please keep this in mind. Only use fire starters if you have no wood to put on the ground. If you're using matches, oh, you might have to open the pack. Just interact with an empty hand. As always, then take a match and use it on your wood pile. No, don't waste a match while it's raining or your fire will probably be gone within seconds. Heading level 26.6, fishing and eating. Okay, so now that you've got your first deal with and hopefully you have a nice fire going, now it may be time to worry about not dying of starvation. One of the most common foods is fishing, but first you need to get a fishing pole and some means of bait. Luckily there is a way to do this. Heading level 3, making a fishing pole. First you will need a few branches. You can gather these by finding a tree near you. Once you do that, just use a hand to rip a few off the tree. Next, get that knife out and chop that tree down, because you need bigger pieces of wood for this to work. Once the tree is cut down, grab the wood from the tree, just like 5 pieces will do. Okay, so now you have the main materials you will need. First, take your knife and wood in each hand and interact these to carve that piece of wood. from the screen. First, take your knife and wood in each hand and interact piece the carve that piece of wood. After you have done that, repeat that process on another piece of wood. Then take one carved wood in one hand and the knife in another hand and carve it some more. Do this here.
Don't even know how you do the hand.
Other carved piece of wood as well. Then you should have two shafts. Combine these shafts together to get a long shaft to pull on the fishing pole. Once that is done, take a branch and combine it with the long shaft you created. Once you have that complete, combine a piece of string to the broken fishing pole that serves as a line, and there you go. You now have a fishing pole. Heading level 3, making a lure. Okay, so you have the common way to. Okay, so you have a fishing pole. That's the main thing. Now you need something to serve as bait. The common way to do this is to simply make a clay lure with you and hop around in the water and hopefully attract some prey. The creation is very simple. If you don't have clay, you will need to go and get some in order to succeed. Usually you will have to turn west to get to the clay, but it really depends on where you are. I'll leave that to you to figure out. Just remember to keep your main fire / your campsite's location in memory unless you want to start a new one somewhere else. So basically you want clay. You need 2 pieces to make a lure. So combine one piece with your hand, creating an indented clay or a dip pole. Create another one of these the same way using your other piece of clay. Then combine the 2 dip poles and you have a little lure. Heading level 3, let's fish. So you have your fishing pole and you have your lure. Good. Now what you need to do is find some source of water, stream, pond, lake, ocean, whatever you can find. Once you're in water, take out your fishing pole. Keep the other hand empty. Press T to interact your hand with your fishing pole. Therefore casting it. Now get your lure out in your empty hand and here's where it gets tricky. You have to keep repeatedly pressing T to interact lure with fishing pole. Keep pressing T. At whatever rate you find comfortable, you will soon hear a splash noise. There's your fish. Now you're listening for a sound that's like metal scraping and there's a chance this could happen right. When you hear the splashing, you have to be really careful. Anyway, if you hear the splash but not the metal bite sound, press T some more until you do hear it. Now as soon as you hear it, double tap the hand that you have the lure in, therefore putting it away. You want to be careful to know what hand that is, and as soon as you hear that metal scrapey fish bite sound, you need to put it away and continue pressing T because if casted, pressing T and interacting an empty hand and fishing pole will reel in. Once you know it's reeling in, to go slow and keep going until you hear a click sound. This means it's locked and ready. Note, pressing T after locking will cast again and your fish will be very eager to escape. So anyway, get your knife in your other hand and press T to interact your fishing pole and knife. This steers the fish and gets it off the pole. Now you must gut and clean it. Take your captured fish and knife and combine the slice and gut it. Then interact the gutted fish and the knife to finish your slaughter and you have a raw fish. Go back to your fire, create a new one or whatever. Anyway, get a fire. Then just take that raw fish and continually press space on it to continue frying. You will know when it's done. Then when it is done, go into your inventory and you will see edible fish. Just use this and you have eaten your fish. Heading level 17. Key reference. This is a complete reference of keys that are able to be used in Survive the Wild. Heading level 27.1. Movement keys. List with 10 items. Bullet up, down, left, and right arrows. Move in that direction. Bullet control plus space. Jump. Bullet page up and down. Climb a tree or any other object that allows up and down movement. Bullet shift plus left or right arrow. Turn 45 degrees counter. Bullet shift plus left or right arrow. Turn 45 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise respectively. Bullet shift plus up or down arrow. Turn yourself 180 degrees. Bullet control plus shift plus left or right arrow. Hold to turn in 1 degree increments respectively. Bullet alt plus left or right arrow. Press to turn in 1 degree increments. Bullet R. Toggle whether you are sitting or standing. Bullet mouse movement left / right. Same as control plus shift plus arrows, but it happens as you bullet X. Choose whether auto walking is on or off. If it is on, you can hold in the arrow keys to move, rather than tapping them over and over. Out of list heading level 27.2. Status keys. List with 15 items. Bullet F1. Check players online. Bullet F2. Check server uptime. Bullet F3. Check ping time. Bullet F4. Check the message. Bullet S. Check thirst. Bullet E. Check energy. Bullet H. Check health. Bullet U. Check hunger. Bullet K. Bring up the menu of trackable items. Press enter on the item and you will be tracking that.
Okay, okay.
Bullet K. Object. Bullet D. Check current location / zone. Bullet N. Check where the object that you're tracking is located.
N. Okay.
Attention,
Bullet N.
you're
Scan for
entering
nearby
the
items. This will bring up a
turbulence.
tracking menu that works the same way as a tracking menu with K. Bullet P. Scan for nearby players. Bullet T. Hold is in a use any movement direction to see what's around you. Bullet T. Hold is in a use any movement direction to see what's around you. Bullet F. If it is daytime, you can use this to check on the position of the sun based on the time of the day. Out of list heading level 27.3. List with 14 items out of the inventory. Bullet 1. Select left hand. Bullet 2. Select right hand. Bullet out of the inventory. Out of list heading level 27.3. Inventory keys. List with 14 items out of the inventory. Bullet 1. Select left hand. Bullet 2. Select right hand. Bullet 3. View the status of your hands. Bullet shift plus 1 or 2. Select left or right fist. Bullet control plus 1 or 2. Select left or right foot. Bullet space bar. Use an item. Bullet T. Use 2 objects or clap with none in hand. This is also known as interacting 2 hands / objects together. Bullet I. Enter inventory. In the inventory. Bullet up and down arrows. Switch. Bullet I. Enter inventory. In the inventory. Bullet up and down arrows. Switch between items. Bullet left and right arrows. Put item in at hand. Bullet enter. Check this. Bullet left and right arrows. Put item in at hand. Bullet enter. Check description of item in inventory if description exists. Bullet any letter. Switch to item in inventory. Bullet delete. Drop an item in your inventory. Bullet escape. Exit the inventory. Out of list heading level 27.4. Chat keys. List with 13. Broadcasted. Make sure you have a proper microphone set for this to work. Bullet V. Hold is in to start talking. Release to stop talking, and then your voice will be broadcasted. Make sure you have a proper microphone set for this to work. Bullet / chat on the radio or enter a chat command. Radio is in character chat. Bullet Y. Say something with TTS voice in your position. This is also in character chat. Bullet / out of
Ladies
character
and
chat.
gentlemen, we may start to
Bullet /
experience
out of character
increased
chat.
turbulence.
Bullet left bracket.
For
Go
your
back 1 item in the chat
safety,
buffer.
please fasten your seatbelts.
Bullet shift plus left bracket. Move to the beginning of the chat buffer. Bullet right bracket. Go forward 1 item in the chat buffer. Bullet shift plus right bracket. Move to the end of the chat buffer. Bullet comma. Go back 1 item in the event buffer. Bullet shift plus comma. Move to the beginning of the bullet period. Go forward 1 item in the event buffer.
Okay, I kind of get it now.
Out of list 7.5. Other keys heading level 2.
Keys, yeah,
8. Joystick reference heading level 1. 9. Chat commands heading level 10. Inventory heading level 2. The inventory is one of the most vital things you must know how to survive the wild. The
Attention, you're
inventory
entering the turbulence.
controls, of course, the contents in your bag that you have. I will now tell you the basics of the inventory and how you can use it. Heading level 2 10.1. In the inventory. Once you are in the inventory, you can use the up and down arrows to scroll through items. You will. Here item you have X. Where item is the item you have such as knife. Watch. Head X is the number of that items you have such as grass. You have 24. Once you select an item you want to use, either press either left arrow or right arrow to get that item into either your left or right hand, or to drop an item in your inventory, press the delete key on that item. If you press enter on it, you will get a description of the item and you can therefore get more details about that item. Sometimes pressing escape exits the inventory. Heading level 2 10.2. Outside of the inventory. Once you have done what you need to in the inventory, you press escape to exit instead. If you
You're entering the
have an item you want
turbulence.
to use, press the 1 key for your left hand and the 2 key for your right hand. For example, if you put a knife in your left hand and the branch in your right hand, you would press 1 to access the knife and 2 to access the branch. Once you have the item you want to use, Press the space bar to use that item. Note that this item must be in your hand by pressing either 1 or 2, similar to weapons in most FPS style games. Double tap 1 or 2 to put that item back in.
You're entering the
Your hand to return
turbulence.
that hand could be an empty. This is usually how you pick things up with an empty hand. Another thing you are going to want to know how to do is to interact items. Heading level 210.3. Interacting. To interact, press T. What this does is makes one hand interact with another hand. For example, 2 empty hands make you clap a bow in one hand and an arrow in the other will load the bow. Just put the first item in your left hand, the second in your right hand, and you will be good. To go. Just put the first item in your left hand, the second in your right hand, and you will be good. To go. Heading level 111. Movement in Survive the Wild. The movement system in Survive the Wild can't be described no different than the normal everyday movement of walking or running. It may take a bit of getting used to only navigating with audio cues, but it's very similar to when you were actually lost in the wild figuring things out. There are a few things to keep in mind when gathering information of which direction you are generally facing. List with 4 items. 1. The time of day. Check with your watch. 2. Where the sun is in relation to you. E.G. Straight in front. 3. Familiarizing yourself with basic cardinal directions. E. South, southwest, west, and for each direction facing or similarly, a fire pizza sliced into 84 pieces. Pizza.
You're entering the
Change shape. 4.
turbulence.
Adjusting your angle to face in the desired out of list heading level 2 11.1. Getting familiar with cardinal direction. Besides thinking of cardinal directions as a circle, an alternate method is to look at the 11.2. Determining the direction the sun is facing heading level 2. As a general rule of thumb, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west at 12 p.m. noon. The sun
Attention, you're entering the
is facing directly
turbulence.
south. To begin, it may be a good idea to start out when your watch says 6 a.m. in the early morning in game time. This is when the sun rises in the east. To face towards the sun, or put it in front of you. Center the higher pitch of the sun in your speaker/headphones. To face away from the sun, or put it behind you. Center the lower pitch of the sun in your speaker/headphones. For example, in the morning the sun is generally facing east for the first
Attention,
couple of
you're
hours. So to
entering
travel
the
in the eastward direction,
turbulence.
center the higher pitch of the sun in your speaker/headphones and walk forward. To travel in the westward direction in the early morning, center the lower pitch of the sun in your speaker/headphones. Taking in consideration that the sun is facing east in the morning if you are facing east also, and north is to your left and south is 11.3. Time guide heading level 2. Note that right is clockwise and left is counterclockwise
Ladies
in
and
the circle. This guide will tell
gentlemen,
you
we are now leaving the area
2 hour
of
increments where the sun moves throughout the day. Note also that naturally all times are. And STW/game time. The 2 hour increments where the sun moves throughout the day. Note also that naturally all times are. And STW/game time. List with 8 items. Bullet 6 a.m. Sunrise facing exactly. Bullet 8 a.m. Sun begins moving towards the right facing in a general southeasterly direction. Bullet 10 a.m. Sun continues moving to the right facing more towards exactly a southeast direction. Bullet 12 p.m. noon. Sun faces the Bullet 2 p.m. Sun continues moving towards. Bullet 4 p.m. Sun continues moving to the right. Bullet 6 p.m. Sun faces in a general westerly. Bullet 8 p.m. Last hour of remaining daylight. Out of list heading level 2 11.4. Angle adjustment. In Survive the Wild you can rotate completely in a 360-degree angle. See the key reference.
Yeah.
11.5. Locating tile changes, trees, items, and people heading level 2. When scanning for different things in Survive the Wild there are several pieces of information given about a single or group of items. E.g. trees or people. For example, if you're trying to locate a tree to gather wood or branches and you press the key N, after tracking an item you will hear the following information given about the item you are trying to locate, where the item is relative to E.g. in front off to the left, and then how many tiles the item is positioned away from you. Using this information it's relatively easy to locate any given thing/item in game. Tip: when item or tree is 0 tiles away from you, you may perform an action on it. E.g. pick up an item or climb, chop, or cut it down. Turn into an object is also very easy if the object is at all behind you, even slightly, then instantly turn 180 with shift up arrow or shift down arrow. It turns half around, of course, so anything behind you is now in front of you. If something is far off to the left or far off to the right of you, then you can try 45-degree turns in the corresponding direction. Get as close to the object as you can with that, then use single-degree turns to get the object as close to you as you possibly can. You can't always make it straight in front, but very slightly to the left or right you'll do the trick, and that's sort of why we have sidestepping with left or right arrows. Heading level 2 11.6. Tracking objects. Another way to find things around you is to track items. This eliminates the need to know what direction you're facing unless you want to travel specifically in one direction. Even then, it's still not always necessary if you can see a path somehow. Anyway, press K. A menu comes up which has first letter navigation and everything. Select what you want and press enter. Not only will a beep and sound begin playing at that object's position, but if you are on a collision course with a object or if you continue walking forward, you will run into the object. Just turn toward the sounds of the object or use the N key as a reference, and once you hear the blip blip blip, just start walking forward. Heading level 112. Hunting. Hunting is something you're going to need to make sure you're good at unless you want to keep catching fish all day. This is another way to grab yourself a lot of food and do it in a fun way. Note that this section assumes you know about a lot of the weapons in the game and can act as a great guide for in the future when you know the weapons and slasher how to build them. It's also a section containing a lot of spoilers as to other areas into the game. Here we focus mainly on rabbits, wolves, and bears, but you will be able to use these tips for other animals as well. Well, this guide contains strategies. Don't hesitate to make up your own. So let's delve right in. Heading level 212.1. Good hunting weapons. One of the best weapons you can build yourself for hunting is probably the crossbow because it holds 5 shots and while it reloads slowly it can be fired quickly and the ammunition is extremely easy to make. It also does decent damage and has a range about comparable to the revolver. A little bit less, but not by much. You make the crossbow by combining a string with a branch 3 times. So that you have 3 tied branches, then just combine 2 of the tied branches to make a broken bow. Combine that with your 3rd tied branch to make a broken crossbow. Combine that with a piece of wood and finish that disfigured crossbow with your knife. Arrows are just branch plus knife, and you hold the arrow in one hand and the crossbow in the other, pressing T multiple times to load the arrows until you either run out or fill at the capacity. Then you can put them away until needed, though they will be unloaded on logout. Another really good weapon is a boomerang. While it doesn't do much damage every hit, it's pretty long range and you can just keep throwing it at your target without worrying about reloading. If you don't have a boomerang yet, the best short range thing to have is a spear. It is as strong as a hammer, stronger, but has a longer range. Or you could go with an axe, but those are a bit slower and have a much shorter range. Even if you have a lance, using those while killing rabbits is useless. Even your knife has a longer range and rabbits die quickly, and for bears and wolves it is quite a hard job because they are so slow and have 2 tiles range. If you want to steer and do the following, combine 2 pieces of wood with your knife, then repeat that with the previously carved wood to get 2 shafts, and combine those to get a long shaft. Next combine 2 stones which you can find near the entrance to the desert of the Biddies, and carve the pointed stone that you get with your knife to make a spearhead, which you can then attach to the long shaft to finish the weapon. You can make a hammer by carving a piece of clay into a hammerhead with your knife and then attaching a regular shaft to it. No long shaft needed. Heading level 26.2. Animal movement. In terms of hunting, the way that the animals move is as follows. List with 3 items. Bullet rabbits move quickly in a curving path, then stop for a few seconds and move it, and they also make a lot of squeaking noises while doing so. Bullet wolves move at a slowish pace, but seem to have a long stride. They could be on one side of you in the first second and on the other in the next. They sometimes attack on sight and run away too fast to follow, but they usually just jog through without incident. When you make them angry by hitting them, they'll come after you, sometimes breaking off the attack to follow a more promising target, or just to mislead you harder. So don't be surprised if a wolf is hit by someone near you starts to attack them back, then suddenly runs up and bites you instead before dodging away. Bullet bears move quite slowly but determinedly, so unless you give them a reason to change direction, they won't. But if you do attack them, they will head towards you, sometimes moving slightly left or right in the process, and then they will maul the heck out of you until you back up and grade. Off your efforts. Out of list heading level 212.3, hunting rabbits. The way I hunt rabbits is to firstly make sure that I'm at an optimal range. The way I hunt rabbits is to firstly make sure that I'm at an optimal range to make a kill. Otherwise, it's more than likely that they'll be gone before I can get into the correct position. Anyway, this is usually 25 tiles at maximum. I check the rabbit's position at least every second with the A key and make sure that it is very slightly left or right and forward of me before even attempting a shot. I also sort of build a rectangular box encompassing both of us in my mind, so that I know in very slight terms the slice, which is the edge of that box. Then I try to find the center point, which is where the rabbit will be, and fire. Then I move one to the left, fire, one to the right, fire, and again one to the right, fire, or vice versa, and check position to see if they move. And I need to acquire the rabbit's position again, something which I do not attempt to do if they are already more than 30 tiles away. However, with rabbits, at least at first, as long as you are fast enough and have a decent amount of energy to spare, it's almost better to go after them with a melee weapon like an axe or a hammer. I'd say that the most difficult thing about hunting rabbits would be when you're in a constantly changing group of them, since the game isn't very good at telling you which is the most valuable target, and therefore you end up wasting time making sure you're on track to the right one with each press of the A key, and you get distracted by the running and squeaking sounds of the other animals. The best places to find rabbits would be northwest of the pond and in the dirt trail across the bend in the river between the leaves and weeds, as well as anywhere within a weed pile really. Heading level 212.4, hunting wolves. Wolves are probably the most difficult animals to hunt because they move so quickly, so unlike rabbits, as soon as you get one with A, you should memorize the position and rapidly attempt to get to the last known location. Once you do so, you should stay out of the wolf's path while barreling it and keeping it ahead of you. Then you should attempt a few shots when you get the very slightly left or right message. Once you get the wolf path, it's easy enough to find it most of the time, but the trick is to not let it find you, so keep backing up and listening to how loud your shot impacts or to gauge the distance between you and it, because if it does get you, it won't do a lot of damage, but it will almost certainly leap away and be hard to find it, and if you keep it up, oh, then you can lead the wolf right to its death, but no tap with a weapon attack. Limited ammo, this may not work as well, but at the same time, using short-range melee weapons on the wolf is difficult because they move often when making contact, which is why a spear or boomerang is probably best for his part. The most difficult thing about hunting wolves is obviously that they move fast, but also that they tend to get easily distracted by other people and go after them instead, so sometimes it's just best to let one go if you're near a group of other people. Wolves can be found near the leaves between the bend in the river and the desert, but east of the pond, however, locations is difficult. Heading level 212.5, hunting bears. Hunting bears is dangerous work because once they're on you, they're really on you, and the loud noise of the attacks, coupled with the speed and damage they can inflict, makes a potent combination, but they do move slowly and make a lot of noise, which is a distinct advantage, and most of the time you won't even be touched if you're smart. Bears are the only animals who you can consistently get a full lock on. G. straight ahead, but doing so requires you to charge there. Movements and stay ahead of them, sort of like a slow motion version of what you do for wolves. They only occasionally stop to change direction and take some time when doing so, so if you see slightly to the left, for instance, and then very slightly to the left, then you know that if you keep checking with A, as long as you do it quite often, then the next step will put them right in front of you. You need to hit them a lot to kill them unless you have a shotgun or a grenade. Backing up while doing so to avoid their long reach, but be careful to take note of their slow speed and not leave your weapons range while doing so. They will almost never try to run away, so you should watch for it, and they make a lot of noise when they die, so don't waste ammo shooting them while they fall because they take a long time to do so. The best place to find bears is on both sides of the bend in the river, but especially in the clay and farther inland than you usually see rabbits or wolves. The most difficult part about hunting bears is how freaking scary they are when they attack, because it can throw you off badly enough to where you'll freeze and just keep letting them hit you until you die. Heading level 212.6, preparation/extras. Things to brush up on before attempting are fast reloading of your chosen weapon. How many times you need to press down arrow or letter to get to your weapon in the inventory list, so that you can do it quickly when it counts, and how to snap quickly to any direction, be it straight left or about face. Be prepared with enough ammo for your weapon and try to keep it loaded as much as possible, and also try to obtain at least one shield if you can, making sure to remember it's raised before heading into a fight with something potentially dangerous. Something you can check with the number 3 key, otherwise it won't do you any good at all. You can find them in the campsite sometimes, or get them from nibs and other players' corpses. For wolves and bears, if you don't want to fight at the moment, either run away or find a tree and climb on it. If you want loads of fighting with bears, you can also go to the forest in the middle of nowhere, an STW. Most people call it just bear forest because that is their home, but try not to be without shields, and if you can, stock up on something that increases your health. Health drugs will increase it to maximally 1,000, so don't use them if your health is high. Happy hunting. Increase it to maximally 1,000, so don't use them if your health is increase it to maximally 1,000.
Oh,
if
you
can, increase it to maximally 1,000.
Okay,
so don't.
that is a lot to take in. I'm probably going to have to just reread over that and just brush up on some things.
Type trademark survive, Eurofly row 1, survive, type trip survive, Eurofly pro, survive the wild row 1, column 1. Survive the wild profile untitled. Type trademark survive the wild depth, survive the wild profile.
It's definitely
Eurofly profile. Type trade Eurofly profile untitled.
a good game. It looks
Eurofly.
very realistic.
4,206 kilometers, Toronto 1 HR 12 minutes.
Oh, we don't have long to get there if we stay at this speed.
Eurofly row 1, column 1. Eurofly.
What's that? Survive the Wild.
Survive the Wild, yeah. I just read the manual. We've only got apparently 1 hour 12 minutes to get to Toronto. Because I'm at 3,000.
How come you decided to do that?
Oh, because I can't be bothered to just sit here for that long. It's easier. Yeah, so I will reread over that Robert for Survive the Wild, and I'll have a look at it, see if I can learn how to do some bits, and then perhaps I'll stream it. We'll see. It all depends how good I get at it. You know. What are you doing, Marshall? Have you done the approach to Nice yet that went wrong?
No, just waiting for that to load.
Munchkins, hello. What's the update? The update is Munchkins. We're just flying along at the minute. I'm going. I've sped the plane up, so I've just gone faster than it would usually, because otherwise I'm gonna have to sit here all day. And I just think, you know, I might just speed us up and just get there a bit faster. But yeah, we're just flying over the ocean. Yeah, I honestly don't know what's wrong with your FSX pilot, Marshall. It's really weird. That's not very good though. You might have to email Rudolph.
Yeah.
Just tell him since you updated it stalls it on climb out, because you know, it's alright with the other planes working, but you want to be able to fly Cessnas.
Yeah.
Save us down on cloud name forward, cloud name. Auto cloud name channel down on heading course HDT forward, 265 degrees.
So I'm just gonna, yeah. I only have with this like another hour or a bit more, so that way we'll be there for about 12 my time. And then I can have just do a couple of other things this afternoon. Chocolate. Is that your plane?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it sounds like a Cessna.
Informed us that we are entering a stormy area. For your safety, we ask
what plane is it?
Line your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Oh, 737.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X left bearing. Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HDT forward 265
flying through clouds.
000 KFTV/S forward 0000FT/M on forward 00402FT jetbox check.
More bad weather.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X unavailable. Autopilot main.
No, Survive the Wild looks like a very in-depth game. I mean, it's not the sort of thing I would usually play. I guess you just have to get the hang of it though, especially because you have to make all the items, so you have to just work out and be a bit creative as well.
Close button, window. System menu bar contain. Minimize button, group maximum. Close button. System menu bar. Go text. Go text. System. System window. No. Go options in window. System menu bar. F flight dial. Continue. Rest. Microsoft Flight.
If you're there, Robert, by the way, how'd you turn down the music volume? Because it didn't say in the manual. Or maybe it did, but I missed it. Is there a keystroke to turn the music down in the game?
Microsoft Flight Simulator X available. Go action. Go action. Go action. Go action. F-Flight dialog. F-Flight press. Microsoft Flight Simulator X available.
What's wrong with your simulator? Have you lost sound?
Desktop.
It's saying it's unavailable when it's what it actually is.
Unavailable? Yeah, you're not having much luck with your simulator today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed
Out of clouds.
You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Microsoft Flight Simulator X unavailable. End flight dialog. End flight button plus E. Continue test.
There we go, now I've done it.
Oh. Where are you going from? Paris to Nice again?
Yeah.
Trying to see. Basically, if people don't know, Marshall did a flight to Nice yesterday in France, and it crashed on approach. He's trying to work out why. If there's like mountains or something.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Right, how far am I
Eurofly.
now?
3,959.
3,959.
7 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing good. At this speed, it's not going to take as long, you know. At least we can sort of just have a good stream then, and not have to waste loads and loads of time. Oh no, you haven't got a taxi, have you?
Nah. I bypassed that, I just went straight down.
Oh yeah.
Autopilot main panel dialog heading course HDD forward 265 dead forward 0000 KNTV /S forward minus 000 FT /M forward 00402 FTFP AP jet box jet.
Oh, flip off.
What?
Damn, autopilot's just crashed. Oh, that's not unusual. I always have to reload it.
Context menu.
It's probably still thinking we're in Oshkosh because I decided to see if I can keep it open.
Desktop list. Still Codex dashboard.809.
What's the email address for Rudolph? Is it info@fsxpilot.com?
Yeah.
Info at what? fsxpilot.com?
Yeah.
Okay, that's alright. I sent him one about the unstable approach thing in the new version. I just wanted to see if it would have gone through. Because I can't remember if that was the right email, I just typed it in. Hope IYP comes back soon. That would be nice. Have you took off yet, Marshall? Or only you've got to get your pilot back up, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got to reload the stupid thing.
Yeah, so if people are listening, we have 1 hour left, pretty much, till we land. Probably a bit more. And then, yeah, I could do another stream, but I'll probably leave it at that. Not as in another stream, but I mean another flight. I know people prefer short haul flights anyway. If there's anyone watching as well who has any experience with Twitch, what do people think about Twitch? I found it to be pretty inaccessible, but you see, I was thinking, I don't think Twitch streams get archived on there, so if I ever want to do a flight and just sort of stream it and just, you know, carry on streaming and whatever I'm doing, that's just it, then I could, you know, alternatively stream on Twitch. If people, I don't know though, I personally think Twitch is awful for accessibility. People might have had better experiences than me, but I don't think Twitch is any good. But I could stream on there, of course. Time is it in England? It's getting on for 10 past 11. Obviously we're going really fast now, almost faster than the Concorde. Sorry?
We're up anyway, it's fine.
You're up?
Yeah.
I couldn't really hear you. You on a flight plan?
Yeah, again, because that's what I was doing yesterday.
What are you going to do? Get your mum to have a look and see what happens?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
As soon as I get handed off to these, then
let's hope that it's a shame you don't have OBS, otherwise you could just record it. Yeah. And another question I wanted to ask for people who are watching, and there are many people who are watching. Well, it's not really a question. I need to ask Stefan if we were allowed to demonstrate the beta, because he may not want me to demonstrate it on this channel and things for people to see. I mean, I will probably. I would imagine that he would, and it shouldn't really cause a problem, and I think he'd see it anyway. But I think he's doing the official release in September, so I might make some tutorial videos in December. I think that's the official release should be around December. So I might make some tutorials and then sort of upload them around December time. What's your cruise?
21,000.
Good luck getting up there. Don't think it's a long flight.
3,000 feet a minute, we should be fine.
Huh?
I said at 3,000 feet a minute, we should be fine.
Yeah, as long as you don't keep that climb rate for long.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may start to experience increased turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
I'm just checking Twitter, by the way, which is why I'm not talking.
Did you just say something?
Attention,
Yeah,
you're
it's
entering
just
the
in the stream,
turbulence.
it's fine.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Sorry?
I said I nearly stalled it then. I put 33 in instead of 330 in the airspace box.
Attention, you're entering the
Right,
turbulence.
how much longer have I got? I shouldn't have too much longer now.
3,544
kilometres. Toronto, 1 hour. Like,
Menu.
we
Eurofly.
must have a...
Eurofly.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Well, we have a dead wind, but...
Enter
I
airspace.
guess I'll go to 4,000 and then just to counter that dead wind, because it's a lot, but...
9.
4 0 0
Eurofly.
4,000.
Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence and you may now unfasten your seatbelts.
Someone's having a coffee. Can hear the coffee machine going. Don't know who it is, but it's not me. How's your plane doing, Marshall? Or is it just... Are you just waiting for a descent?
We're in cruise now.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, no. You know, do you remember that guy I was telling you about who was flying that Cessna over the ocean, the Atlantic?
Yeah.
He's uploaded a video called Complete Avionics Failure Over the Ocean.
Oh. Tripping over the Atlantic in the Cessna is dangerous at best times.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering a stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and fasten your seatbelts.
Air what?
Air France heading to Singapore, it was a heavy.
Oh. Nice.
Flying through clouds.
Oh, we're flying through some more weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the
Out of
storm.
clouds.
You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
YouTube's having a tantrum. You still there, Marshall?
gentlemen, we may start to experience increased turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. 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 Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence and you may now unfasten your seatbelts.
Labrador Sea.
see how far we've got. I have no idea. I've just been watching videos.
Menu. Eurofly.
2,402
Oh, still a bit yet.
kilometers, Toronto, 36 minutes.
Still there, Marshall? God knows where Marshall's gone.
gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering the stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Flying through clouds. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
North America, Canada, Newfoundland and Labrador. Labrador Sea.
Oh, either.
North America, Canada, Newfoundland and Labrador.
You have entered the airspace of a new state.
Yeah.
Identify yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that spread out below us is the American continent. I would also like to remind you that the Eurofly staff is always at your disposal if you need anything.
Anyway, looks like we finished our
identification
Atlantic
confirmed.
crossing there.
Welcome and continue in your present course.
Nice.
How's your plane
Attention,
doing?
you're entering the turbulence.
I think we just
Canada.
we just crossed into Canada.
Oh. They just cancelled our IFR clearance.
Oh well, just get it to fly in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the storm. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Are you still flying?
Yeah.
God, I thought it'd be shorter than that. Flight you doing?
Oh, has it stopped working?
Choose an option from ourselves centre on 2028. You're in the ATC menu.
Yeah, it's me auto.
Boeing 37 ATC services terminated.
My autopilot stopped working.
Windows checking. Yeah, it's stopped working.
I need some tissue before I can do anything.
Newfoundland and Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Spinners on top.
I think it was a mountain or something high because the airfield's elevated to 3,000 feet and it was aiming for 2,700.
Oh, right. Have you landed then?
No, but it stopped working, but I've realised that that's probably what's happened because I've just tried to...
Well, there's no mountains around there though.
It must just be the fact that the airfield's elevated higher than whatever XP wants it to be.
Well, no, because it knows the altitude. It has the elevation of the airfield.
Quebec.
Over Quebec.
we may start to experience increased turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. 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 Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence.
See how much further we have to go. I haven't checked the live chat, but I'm guessing there's nothing there. Okay, only 1300 kilometers. Tell you what, Marshall, once I've done this, I'll try taking something to Nice anyway.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Oh, okay then. Just had it on mute because we've got music on. If you got that last transmission.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying I'll try and take like an A321 or something across there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Marshall!
Marshall Fairbrother calling alert.
Oh, typical. Oh no, I have to go there. I don't want to
software V0.6590.
No, because you're on my phone. What happened now? Right, let me get rid of him on my phone. Oh, what's going on?
Eurofly 01 Skype trademark 1 declare through. Skype trade contact
And it's going to mess up all the volumes.
Skype calls up video calls. Desktop list menu. Folder read start. User package sit trade use and connect 91 million speakers. USB. Flip. Uncon troubleshoot open. Unknown. Mute dialog NVDA. Mute dialog profile. Untitled scene. Mute dialog Eurofly. Volume 4, 5, 6. 16, 7, 8, 20.
Yeah, what happened?
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Eurofly 01 Eurofly.
Crap. No, they're messed up as well, they don't work.
They don't work either?
No.
So am I right saying you've only got two?
Yeah. No, that's for a PSP. In the back of the PSP. Good. Cheers! It was raining.
Right, I tell you what, put Marshall on hold because he's having a conversation.
New microphone hold H. Skype trademark Eurofly.
1015 kilometers.
Yeah, we're trying to do a stream, so right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering a stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Flying through clouds. Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Marshall Fairbrother, I thought I dealt with this AI alert.
I don't know what Marshall's on about. I thought I dealt with this, I don't know.
you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed the storm. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
How much further have we got to go now?
532.
532. In fact, to tell you what, we'll switch turbo off now and just go to full, to normal speed.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Marshall Fairbrother is online alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may start to experience increased turbulence. For your safety, please fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence. 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 Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence and you may now unfasten your seatbelts.
Flying through clouds.
Right, that video's just finished. I was watching, let me have a look.
136 kilometers, Toronto, 27 minutes.
Yeah, that'll do, 27 minutes. Let's, tell you what, let's turn these engines up a bit, shall we? Let's get some aircraft sound back.
Top Eurofly, top Eurofly.
Okay, we can't.
NVDA next.
41.
Let's do this one.
50. 82.
Out of clouds.
Taskbar. Skype Eurofly profile. Skype trademark 1. Active calls list. Lulu. Land check from Declan, from Marshall Fairbrother. Missed call from Marshall, from Declan Webster. Call from Declan Webster. From Marshall Fairbrother. The 523 is liable. Sent on October. Skype subconticon. Call sub menu. Call CTRL. Call learn. Call with answer. Ignore. New microphone. See resume. Skype trade.
Still there?
Eurofly 01 column 2. Eurofly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
523 is reliable.
Oh, that's good. Although I don't know why it won't fly the Cessna. That's still not very good. Just because one thing's flyable, it doesn't make it any more excusable that it can't fly a flipping default Cessna.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
You have entered the airspace of a new airport. Squawk 80.
Oh, I've entered the airspace of a new airport. 8076.
Identification.
How long have we flown?
5,336 kilometers, 3 HR, 2 minutes.
Well, we're over 3 hours flying time, and that's good enough for me. It's not 6 hours. We pretty much halved it, but you know, there we go. The stream's going to have been nice and long. Let the autopilot just deal with those.
Which airport are you answered? Is it working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Which airport have you answered?
It is probably Ottawa, that's what I entered.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I thought I'd put you on mute, that's why I was just like... Because it was getting in the way.
Yeah, small short 020. Level 260 cross CT ready, Juliet, turn right, Bravo, monitor ground.
Wonder how long it would take before I'm in French airspace cruising towards Paris.
2619, turn right here, take your right, pop off, then Bravo,
There.
and let us ground 49, we'll do it. Pop off, then Bravo, jump to 2619, better now. Right after right now, so I'm on the ground. 675, clear the carrier for a little.
Yeah, we're almost at maximum speed.
FK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
Just take off, left last flight.
Ontario.
171, get in there, we'll make for a left on the way. Heading transition, pushing 559.
What are you planning to do after you've landed?
I don't know. Guess we'll see.
37, climb and maintain 10,500.
Number 1214, yeah, we're taking close left to right, right to 1. That's 22 Roger, County wind 2207.
Ontario.
And additionally, Delta 2619, my frequency is 19.
Yeah, Moon's gone now for a bit, so I can get some flying time.
Don't make an S turn to the left. They're taking an S turn to the left to get the vehicle a more time.
So I turned the prop on the PD-23 and then she wants me to go onto the bed, so I had to kill the engine.
Ready, Juliet, turn right, Bravo, I'm under the ground.
I didn't want it to just be sat there using fuel, not moving.
Following the E190, reduce the slowest airspeed, as slow as you can go. 31 right to the left. And keep moving straight ahead, Juliet. Juliet, straight out from under the ground, recognize it. Target 225, right, Juliet, future right.
Now we've got that function, I'm going to select dog and see how big their runners are.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to land itself.
Juliet,
SK737, climb and maintain 11,000.
Alright, back in a minute.
Alright.
Going through on that, 55 minutes. Chip 645, 12572. I tip us up for the phone.
SK737, continue on your present course and altitude.
437, contact Fox 1257. 57, JetBlue 437. Juliet, short of 22 right, 9 through the end.
SK737, you are leaving the airspace of our airport. We wish you a safe flight.
Attention, you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed us that we are entering the stormy area. For your safety, we ask that you remain in your seat and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Flying through clouds.
I should check the live chat actually. I doubt anyone's got anything in there, but I'll check it once I finish watching this video.
We have passed the storm. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
you're entering the turbulence. Attention, 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 you're entering the turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving the area of increased turbulence and you may now unfasten your seatbelts.
We can't be too far away now, surely.
179 kilometers, Toronto, 11 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting there. 11 minutes. Around that time, anyway.
Say again?
Oh, I was just saying, we've got 11 minutes.
Oh, just looking for a cable, so I'm not fully paying attention. Rooted around in this place for the past 3 hours for it and I've still not found it.
Set frequency.
Right, back in a minute.
Right, first I'm going to check the chat. Why is it only showing me like one chat thing? Right, anyway, I need to set that frequency. 129.2. Anyway, no, the turbulence isn't bad. It's not bad at all at the moment. What? Why is there only like one thing in the live chat?
So, YouTube video getting
That's weird. Like, I'm sure there was more in the live chat, but it's all just disappeared.
Oh, it's messed up on my end as well. What the hell's going on?
It's because, I don't know, something's happened with it and it's just... I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, the chat just randomly cleared itself, but it's alright.
Yeah, just land the plane and deal with that later.
Well, we're not going to need to deal with it, are we? It's just going to be like that and that's it. I don't know, it's probably just YouTube being weird.
thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's not long till we land now anyway, about 10 minutes, I think. So that's not too bad. Just have to get the plane set up for the approach, I guess. What are you flying? Oh, he's not there. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm leaving all this as it is.
You going to what, sorry?
I'm going to leave all this as it is. I'm going to take this headset and I'll be back as soon as.
Alright.
Yes!
Flying through clouds.
Right, and I'm just going to check where we are because we can't be that far.
63 kilometers.
Yeah, 63.
To Toronto, 4 minutes. 3,900
autopilot's already descending. I don't actually want to go that low, so I'm just going to disconnect that. Go to 3,000 for now.
60 kilometers.
And yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to put this phone down, and I guess we should focus on the approach phase and how we're going to land it.
Out of clouds.
Right. Here we go. So seatbelt signs on anyway. Oh no, they were already on.
Clouds.
Anyway, prepare for landing.
Done.
See if we can land the 777 then. And this will probably be the final landing you will see in the current Eurofly as it is.
You have entered airspace of a new airport. Block 7752.
7752.
Identification confirmed. SK737, this is your
Descend to
destination
2.
airport.
Now go to 1,000.
100 and contact tower. Request landing clearance at 2 kilometers from the airport.
Right, yeah, we do need to get a bit of a move on.
We are approaching our destination airport and will be landing shortly. Please fasten your seatbelts, set your seats to an upright position, and use the tables in front of you. Thank you.
Yeah. Right, let's get our current landing speed. Let's disconnect MVDA actually.
Takeoff speed. Current landing airspeed.
Landing airspeed 300 exactly. Nice.
Minus 15. 1,736.
Right. Just watch that altitude. Yep, we're losing that nicely. Doing good. Let's descend to, let's say, 600. Keep that descent going. 29 away. Right, we're at 600. We'll stay here for now.
SK737, descend to 100.
Yeah, we will. We'll descend a bit more. Right, I'll tell you what, while we're here, let's just go down to 350. That'll do. Now let's start slowing down. So we'll slow down to 500. I'm just using the auto systems here, auto throttles and things, and then I'll take complete control. Let's just put the auto nav back on actually.
Navigation on.
16.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Descending to 300 meters now. Oh, if I can type it in right.
30.
There we go. Right. Still slowing down, okay. Yeah, okay.
299.
Yes, sir, that's the full line. 13 right, line up and wait. It is short, but it's at the point.
No, under control.
10 kilometers.
10 away.
SK737, descend to 100.
Probably hear the engines coming down. So we don't have to lose too much more speed. 1.5, right, let's go down to, let's just say 250. Just gradually bringing it down. Doesn't take much at all, we'll just lose this altitude slowly though. Right, let's bring the speed back now to 350.
6.113 kilometers Toronto.
Let's have a look, what fuel are we on? 8,900, so yeah, we've got enough of that. Let's descend to 100 now. 100.
4.09.
Right, let's bring the speed back to 300.
300.
Which is exactly at landing speed. Flaps.
SK737, continue on your current course and altitude.
300 tailwind
300 exactly. We have a slight tailwind, but that's alright.
2.16.
Right, gear. A bit late with the gear, but we're fine. 3 greens.
SK737, you are clear to
Clear
land.
to land.
I repeat, you are clear to land.
Minus 14.
Take you down.
73. 56.
50.
40.
40.
29.
20 there.
13.
Let's ease it up on the flare.
Landing successful.
And landing successful. There we go. Welcome to Toronto. Let's bring this plane to a stop. Apply the brakes a lot, or the reverse thrust, or whatever.
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop. We hope you were satisfied with our services and hope you will fly with us again. Have a nice day.
Right, flaps can come up there. Let's keep taxiing. We have a long way to taxi. Let's keep this speed up. I tell you what, I'll set the speed on here to 1. Let's just set it to 150, and then we'll keep that.
Minus 1,602.
Because we have a long way to taxi. But that was a good landing. That was fine. Auto nav can come
Automatic navigation
off.
off.
Behind on
We'll
1.
remove the destination airport as well.
Minus 913.
Ugh. Right, let's just bring that
Enter
speed
airspeed.
back
0. 100.
to 100.
Minus 673.
Right, and then I'll just control the throttle manually now.
100. Minus 425.
Just ease it
Minus
back.
364. 70. Minus 248.
Slowly back.
57. Minus 190. Minus 141. 55. Minus 77. Minus 53.
Start bringing it
Minus
back.
28. Minus 15. Minus 8. Minus 4. Minus 3.
Forward a bit more. And that'll do, that'll do.
Parking position.
And that is it. Let's shut down engines, brakes on, seatbelt signs. Go off. Engine 1, engine 2 can go bye-bye on there, and then we will just yeah, we've done the flaps and everything. I'm just going to sort the door. Yeah, I've got to sort. Okay, we'll let this sound finish and then I'll and then I'll do the doors and get the passengers off. Okay, Munchkin, you here for the landing? Yep, we've landed now, that's good. I really don't know what happened with the live chat, it was a bit weird. There go the flaps coming in. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the live chat, that was strange, but... Anyway, that was quite a nice stream. I'm glad we turboed it. It saved a couple of hours anyway, and we didn't have to mess about for that long, but you know, we got there. Right, let's go, doors open. You can hear that airport sound. Let's onboard the 369 passengers. There we go. They've all gone, so we'll close the doors. I'll just change the frequency to a ground frequency, which I don't know what it is, so we'll just say 122.3 because it's easy to type. And that is the flight sorted. We're down, and we'll exit
About
the sim
Eurofly. Exit.
right now. Let's relaunch MVDA. Go here, and that rounds out this video. Like I say, the final version the final video with this version of Eurofly. I probably won't be flying with it again. Hopefully the new beta version will be available to me and people on the mailing list at around, you know, November, the start of November, end of October-ish. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with another stream. I don't know when, but it will probably be an FSX stream. Any flights, of course, can be requested, and I'll at least consider them, and we will do an FSX stream. I don't know when, perhaps at the weekend. Thank you for watching, and see you next